I love LA. Sing it, Randy Newman. You love LA, huh? I wish I could play that song.
What's up, Spencer?
Wish I could play that song, but it's playoff baseball, and nothing like playoff baseball and the play of the day. Here it was on the – check this out, everybody.
Seattle here to center field. Harris is on the run. Harris at the track. He leaps and he makes the catch. Harper might be doubled up. The throw gets away. The throw to first. It's over. It's over. Most closers don't.
This was awesome.
He deals a 2-2. Castellanos in the air to right center field. Harris is on the run. Harris at the track. He leaps and he makes.
Let me bring it up. Oh, come on.
It's the catch.
Can't get it to bats. Oh, there we go.
Harper might be doubled up. The throw gets away. The throw to first. It's over. It's over.
Wow, what an ending to that game. Dallas. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. I'm thinking Niners, Dallas. The Braves were down 4-0 in the sixth. Zach Wheeler, ex-Giant, no hit the Braves into the sixth inning. And it's like, are the Braves going to go scoreless in the first two games? And are we going to have another 100-plus win team go down early in the first round? I mean, it still could happen. The Phillies going home. But wow, did momentum switch. It got to be 4-1 in that game, and then the backup catcher, I always forget his name, Denard, hits a 2-run homer in the seventh inning to make it 4-3. And then in the bottom of the eighth, Austin Riley hits a 2-run jack with 2 outs with 2 strikes on him, hits a 2-run homer, puts Atlanta up 5-4. They go to the ninth. Harper, I don't know if he led off with a walk or a base hit. Walk. Then there's 1 out, and then Castellanos drives it. You saw there to right center, and Michael Harris. I mean, this is why you have great athletes and you play defensive players. Farhan, you get defensive players, guys that save you runs. He saved the game there with that catch, and then he doubled off Harper. Harper was going to try and score because he thought it was going to get down, and he took a chance. And instead of just going, they didn't show it completely. I haven't seen it, but I got a feeling he rounded second, and then he had to jet back because when the replay came in, he was just at second. So pretty sure he rounded it, and he probably should have went right up to the bag. But, you also 1 out. You take your chance, maybe. So I can't fault Harper. He's a
being aggressive. Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm not going to fault him and say, second guess him.
Because if that ball drops, he has to score.
Right, because you might not get another chance.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't drop and he catches it, you're still 2 outs and on first. So I like the aggressiveness. Lou Marson says he was halfway to third. Okay. I didn't see the replay on the TV. They didn't show.
Yeah, they don't even. I didn't see that angle myself. I just saw them when they were throwing the ball back in.
But
when they missed that ball, when Albies missed that ball, I was like, "Oh, they just missed an opportunity." And then Riley comes out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
That was something.
Yeah, and I don't know why he was throwing it into second and not closer to, maybe because the cutoff men were
more
over toward third, and instead of he couldn't reach it all the way to
first.
But that was amazing.
Michael Kay had a great call on that too, man.
Yeah, so did Michael Kay. Were you listening on the radio, or was he doing radio?
I think he was doing TV. I'm almost positive
that was That wasn't Michael Kay. That was the Brewers announcer, and I always
is it? It sounds just like Michael Kay.
What's his name? I always forget. He's the national guy. He does drawing a blank, but it wasn't Michael Kay. He's the play-by-play guy with the Brewers. Anyway, great game that was. And then tonight, Arizona, Los.
How about them D-backs?
How about them Cowboys? Oh, D-backs. Look at that, Los. We could go Wednesday night. Maybe we could show up for somebody, doesn't have sold their tickets, and it's like the second or third inning, and we could get in for cheap, man. Because I'm not paying the top dollar.
It's gonna be a rowdy atmosphere out there for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to show up around, with everything that's been happening in the world. I don't know if I want to show up in a big stadium crowd right now.
I hear what you're saying, but
I mean,
around here we should be okay.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Well, I think a lot of people know that people carry around here too, not like they do in.
But you can't carry into a ball game. You can't
good point. Good point.
But you can carry outside the stadium.
Yeah.
Who's going for Arizona then for Game 3?
Probably that rookie
Fott.
However you say his last name is my guess.
I hope not. He's horrible.
He started pitching pretty
good guy.
Stretch.
He's got good stuff, but he's got like a 5.5, 5.80 ERA.
Yeah, but that was a lot of it was early on. He pitched well the last few games or so. He
in that ballpark, I don't know. They don't got any better options than that.
What is?
So, no.
Let me look. Let me see what the what they're projecting here for Wednesday's game. They are showing Wednesday's got 4 games, which is great. They're showing.
Well, Lance Lynn is nothing special for the Dodgers too. Arizona should score some runs that game.
Hey, I love how the Diamondbacks are just jumping out right in the first inning. Corbin Carroll, man, that guy is something else.
Jeez.
And to think a certain team, a guy by the name of, with the initials FZ, could have drafted him. Jeez. Look, imagine that, the table setter, that guy. I mean, how many times have they missed on picks is unbelievable.
He wouldn't have played against lefties.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have played him. Exactly.
They would have kept him out and not let him develop. Never be the player that he is right now.
Hey, senior, come on, man. We can't mock them. We can't mock someone when they're down. We can't do that. Barr's team is like ranked right in the middle of the pack in the 12-team league, so still wouldn't be surprised.
Anything can happen.
If he picks up some victories. Just as long. When do we play, Boris? Just as long as your first win's not against me. All of a sudden, your team goes on a crazy run. The bad guy there. Who's the bad guy in this league? Look at him. He's going to be leading the league. You're going to be leading the league in, I believe, when let me see. You might be second behind Hiroku. How many points did he have versus you? Yep, you're going to be second. You're going to be second.
It's fine with me.
Yeah, you just got to be in the top 6. That's all that matters. 1-2 is nice. Get a bye. But so that's the kind of the thing with baseball. It was a tomorrow we got the Rangers and the Astros and Twins going in their game 3s.
Go Twins.
Twins are home to the Astros if they can pull off and win both.
Correa's looking awesome.
They don't have to go back to Houston. The Rangers just need to win 1 of 2 at home in Arlington. And we kind of, I think, I picked the Rangers, and I know somebody else
I picked the Rangers. Los picked, I think, Baltimore, right?
Did you, Blows?
No, he's locked up.
Oh, okay.
I think he picked Baltimore.
Uh,
And I know who's pitching tomorrow for Texas. Evaldi, isn't it? I think it's Evaldi. Wow.
Yeah. So who'd you picked Baltimore, huh, Los?
I did. I think they have a really good team.
I think they're a good team, but I think they're just young and don't have a lot of veterans that have played.
Man, I mean, it's not bothering Arizona much.
No, but Arizona's got. You think about it. They got Longoria, who's been around.
Veteran, yeah. He's been playing good.
Yeah, Pham, who's been around.
Bruce Bochy makes a difference.
Who?
Bruce Bochy having to play
with
against
Texas.
Bruce Bochy.
Yeah. I mean, I think having some veteran leadership that is, and they you could see the guys step up their game too. Longoria stepped up his game. Correa stepped up his game. It's a different season, man. It's totally different than regular season baseball. It's like
Texas has got a nice mix of some very good veterans and Simeon and Seager, and like Baltimore really doesn't. I mean, they got
Hicks.
Hicks.
But Hicks from Yankees, but
other than that, it's pretty much all the young guys.
You know what's odd about? I mean, Texas had Simeon and Seager last year, and they didn't hit very well.
No, they didn't.
Like I said, Bochy's going to get the credit, but these guys.
He just knows how to lead men. That's what you need as a manager.
Yep, I'm pulling for Will Martinez. Says as long as Dodgers or D-backs don't win World Series, it's a win-win. Hopefully, Bochy wins it. My first choice is Bochy. My second choice is the Diamondbacks. I want to see the Rangers win it. If they don't, I would love to see the Diamondbacks win it because it would be a shove in the face to the Giants front office of like how you play baseball. Do you know that they talked about the game tonight and Roberts had used up his entire bench except for Austin Barnes, the backup catcher, and Arizona had a full bench because Lovello didn't make any changes until he pinch ran for Longoria in the ninth after Longoria got hit on the hand. He put in the rookie Jordan Lawler. Just play the guys. Guys get into a game, they get into a groove, unless it's an overwhelming matchup change, to try and squeeze every little matchup. I mean, it can get, sometimes you got to do it because you don't have the talent, but Arizona plays athletes. You look at their lineup. They got Marte at second, who's fast. Perdomo at short, who's fast. They have Gurriel out in left field, who's fast. They got Alec Thomas in center field, who's fast. And they got Corbin Carroll, who's fast. And then you got Moreno's a bopper behind the plate. Longoria is obviously slow, but he gives you steady hand at third base. And Christian Walker's a dude that can mash. He had 103 runs driven in this year with 33 or 36 homers. I can't remember which one it was. But you got some, everyday players. Those guys play. And what? They play. And guess what? They're going head to head with the Dodgers, and they're beating them. And the Giants, if they got to the playoffs, their guys wouldn't be ready because they don't see enough pitches. If you only see pitches from one side of the plate, it's like, and you just don't get into a rhythm. Baseball is all about it's a timing game. It's like somebody said the other day, and I can't remember who it is. They were talking about analytics and how frustrating it is to play with the analytics. They say it doesn't matter who you're facing. When you're hot, you're so hot, you don't care if it's a righty or lefty. You go up there, you're seeing the ball like it's a basketball coming in. He says, and when you're cold, you could go play on a high school field against a high school team and you won't get a hit. It's just the way it works. When you're cold in baseball, I mean, you're messed up mentally. You're going up there and everything's psyche. It's a game of failure. and you're thinking too much. And when you're hot, you're not thinking at all. You're just thinking, I'm going to mash this ball. I am going to crush it wherever it's pitched. If it's on the outside, I'm crushing it. If I'm right-handed, I'm crushing it to right field, right center. If it's down the middle, man, you feel it. You know what I'm talking about, Lowe's. And why see a guy like Farhan doesn't get it?
I remember about a month ago, I suggested the blueprint for the Giants be to start trading for and drafting guys that were athletic, that had speed, and didn't necessarily have 40 homer power, but had 15 to 20 homer power. That's the Diamondbacks. That's
they don't have a lot of
That's
boppers.
the model that I like. Young, athletic, fast, good defense. They just need a little more pitching. I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to get by the Dodgers, but I can't see them beating the Braves or the Phillies.
But
we'll see.
But I just love the way they play. The Giants never would have played this way. Tonight they had a slow pitcher on the mound in was it Kelly? I believe it was. He's got kind of a high leg kick and a slow delivery. And Carroll was on first, and who was on? Oh, Lawler. Lawler was on second, and it was the 9th inning, and they did a double steal. And the ball got away. It was in the dirt. It bounced off Will Smith and toward the first base dugout. And Lawler might have tried to. No, that was a different inning. That was the play that he got the ground ball. There was an inning. Might have been Carroll stole third. Yeah, Carroll was stealing third. It was cool. It was really cool. But I don't know what happened to Bora, but he'll probably be back. Maybe he's grabbing something to eat.
He's waiting for Niner football.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in as soon as he comes. There he is. We're going to Niner football. There he is. We were waiting for you, Bora. Let's break down the demolishing of the 49ers over the Cowboys last night. Bora, youngest guy goes first.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me get ready.
He's moving into the studio. You got roommates there, or you got that place to yourself?
I got a roommate, yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you got? Like a 2-bedroom apartment or a home?
Yeah,
or
two-bedroom apartment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, I mean, we can get right into it.
Yeah. What was your take on the Niners? Did you see the whole game?
Yeah. I mean, I watched the whole game. I was waiting the whole day for it.
You slept in.
I slept in.
Slept in today.
I slept in today. I slept in yesterday. I woke up around just 12. And the 6 hours felt like the whole day. But I mean, what a game. They 42-10. I thought they would win, but I didn't think they would win by that much. I don't know if anybody thought they would blow them out by 32 points. I just think my main takeaway is the offense is looking unstoppable. I mean, earlier in the week, there was a report saying the Cowboys were going to go all out to shut down CMC, and they did that. He averaged 2.7 yards a carry. They averaged 2.7 yards a carry, and guess what happened? Kittle got 3 touchdowns. The Niners have such a good sort of weapons. They got Kittle, they got McCaffrey, they got Juice, they got Kittle, or they got Ayuk, they got Debo. Those are Pro Bowl to all pro caliber players at every position. So if one team shuts down CMC, someone else can go off. If one team shuts down Kittle, all the other guys are going to go off. I mean, you can't stop all of them. You just can't. It's sort of like pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Exactly.
You're going to have to stop one. You can't stop all of them. And then, Spencer Jordan Mason, 6.9 yards a carry. He's better than Elijah Mitchell, and he should be the running back too.
Oh, I think so too. I think so too.
He's healthy, and he's a great change of pace back to complement CMC. He's a power back.
Yeah.
Ooh. He always falls forward. I mean, this offense is just so good right now. Dallas was the number one defense heading into this game, and the Niners scored 42 on them. So I mean, I just think the Niners are the Super Bowl favorites right now, just based on their offense, and the defense is just a complement to that. But Purdy, I mean, we can talking to Purdy later, but that's just my main takeaway.
What do you think, Los?
I mean, the thing about football is it's once a week, so the storylines that happen all during the week, locally, nationwide, is just hilarious. Like, first it was, oh, well, Trey Lance is going to give the Cowboys all this information about the Niners playbook. Yeah, it's a good thing that he gave them that. Otherwise, they might have put up 42. Sorry, that's all we could do. So there was that storyline, and there was a storyline that Dallas needed the game. They had to have it. Revenge was on their mind. Their manhood was tested. Like, all this talk about they wanted the game, like the Niners didn't want the game. You don't think the Niners didn't want to send a message? Like, the Niners are pissed off that they don't have a couple of Lombardis under their wings, the last few years. And this was a national TV game. They had to hear that Dallas had the best defense in the league. Nobody was talking about the Niners D. So I read where Shanahan played a video the night before the game of DeMarcus Lawrence talking shit, basically saying that nobody could stay on the same field with Dallas when their defense is playing the way they are. They're lights out faster than any team in the league. Blah, 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 blah. Just typical Cowboy myopia. It's what they do. That shit's personal for me. Like, the Cowboys, me and them go back a lot of years. Like, I got so many friends and family members that are Cowboy fans, and a lot of them talk a lot of mess. So I kept a ton of receipts, got back to all of them in the last 24 hours in only the way that I can. And a couple of them didn't answer their phones. Naturally, it's what they do. Talk. And then when it comes time to take their medicine, they don't want to do it. So nope. I'm not surprised the Niners won. I'm surprised that it was a blowout the way it is. But they're playing at a high level, man. They're playing at a really, really high level. And they're bad. It's styles make fights, and styles make football games. Styles make fights, and the Niners are a bad matchup for Dallas. They run right. They take away their pass rushing by being too physical and running right at them. If you notice what they did to Parsons, they hit him on every play from all different angles. That's what Bill Walsh used to do to Lawrence Taylor. Like, Lawrence Taylor, as dominant as he was, he didn't have big games against the Niners.
Did anybody hear the injury report on Banks?
Yeah, it's a shoulder strain. He's dated.
I thought it was a bicep.
Yeah, they thought it was a bicep, but the MRIs came back and it's a shoulder strain.
Shoulder strain. So Feliciano may start.
May go to left guard.
Yeah, but they said it's day to day, so it's not anything.
Okay, good. No other significant injuries tonight then?
Nope. Drake Jackson was just a stinger, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. He had the stinger, and then you also got Randy Gregory coming in this week, and
the Cowboys got beat up. They lost some players.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that was a fight. I like to listen to the other team's radio station. Well, everybody's probably listening to KNBR and 95.7 The Game. I like to listen to the opposition. So I downloaded the Odyssey app, go to YouTube, and
what channel is that?
Put in 105.3 The Fan, which is the Dallas Cowboys station. Entertainment to listen to those.
Yes. Yes to that question, PK man. Both Los and I will be catching a game or two in the Arizona Fall League. Hopefully we can get some reports on some of the Giants players, maybe get a couple of interviews. We'll see. But yeah, the Niners, unbelievably physical, not only skilled, but they don't just finesse you, they smash you. And that is a rare combination. The 85 Bears defense was probably the best defense I ever saw, and the 86 Giants was pretty darn good too, with LT coming off the edge. And those teams, I remember that game when the 86 Giants just it was probably, I don't know what season it was. Maybe it was 86. Yeah, they just destroyed the Niners in the playoffs.
That was the 49-3 game?
Yeah, it was bad. That was Jerry Rice's rookie year, was it? Was that the game Rice was running for a TD to open the game up, and he kind of held the ball out and it fell out of his hands before he crossed
He was gone. He was running with it and it just hit his hip. It hit his hip on the way down.
Or something. Yeah, whatever it was.
Oh my goodness. That would have been a 7-0.
Yeah. I mean, they still would have lost. It just wouldn't have been.
Oh, yeah. New York was phenomenal.
But those teams were dominant defensively. They weren't dominant offensively. You remember do you remember what I said against when we were all the first game of the season and you guys were all kind of picking Pittsburgh? And I said, I think it was on our show, might have been on Larry's, but I think it was ours. I said, I think the Niners offense this year is going to lead them. Not, I mean, the defense is going to be great, but I think we're going to be talking about the Niner offense this year. And you know what? It's kind of equal. It might even be a little bit slightly more to the offense, because the offense is putting up 30 points a game for 9 straight games, I believe it is now, which is, I think only a few teams have done that. Cleveland's not going to be easy though in Cleveland.
No, in fact, that's a trap game, coming off an emotional game, beating Dallas, having to fly out to Cleveland. Thankfully, it's not a December game where it's going to be 6 degrees. But Cleveland is very, very much for real defensively. It's going to be a tougher game than people think. Let's see. Niners cannot let their guard down because they have to keep winning, because Philly keeps winning. They don't want to go to Philly in January. They want Philly to come here if at all possible.
Right, exactly. Because that whole week is you got to prepare. Yeah, you don't want to have to do that whatsoever. And one of the things I want to kind of take a look at is let's just do this real quick.
Hey, real quick, can I make a point real quick, Dan?
Sure, go ahead.
Lo, so you were talking about in the beginning of before the season started that Kyle Shanahan needed to kind of put his foot on the throat of the opposition. Are you liking what you're seeing? Because it seems like that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
And do you think he's is he changing the way that he's doing his or I'm gonna say managing the game, or is it just because he's got all his players on the field to be able to do what needs to be done?
Oh, it's a good point. Good memory there, man. I really think that he finally is comfortable with a quarterback that he's not scared is going to make the same mistakes over and over and over that Jimmy did. Brock, I was watching a show today.
You could say Jimmy does. He still does.
Yeah, he still does. But I was watching a show today that kind of breaks down film, and they were talking about Kittle has only stayed in to help pass block on about 5 plays the whole year. Juice, fullback, same thing. They kept in or stayed in a lot to help Jimmy, because Jimmy's not mobile. Jimmy can't make buy time by a subtle movement here or a subtle movement there. Purdy can. So you got now 5 guys going out in the pattern instead of 3 or 4.
Huge point.
He's trusting the old line to block on an island.
That was another thing I was just going to ask you.
So with 5 guys going out in the pattern, he trusts his second-year quarterback, his Mr. Irrelevant, to make the play, dissect it, process it fast, and go with the ball, because that's what he does. That's Purdy's strength.
And
He
what about the O
dissects-
line? That was another concern. Is the O line? You would know this more than I would. Is the O line doing us a sufficient job for Purdy to be able to do what he can do?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Dallas
all-
has arguably the best pass rush in
Exactly.
football.
That's what I was just gonna say. Only
and I mean,
they're
the thing about O-line
Last night.
especially with Kyle is you can scheme around defensive lines. You can especially when you have Kittle and Juszczyk, you can put them on the end. You can help chip edges. You can help get the ball out quick by putting up screen passes and everything. So your game plan can change based on the defensive line. But I mean, Trent Williams is still the best left tackle in football. Aaron Banks is a pretty good.
he's going to be a
complement
pro.
to him.
He's going to be a Pro Bowler in his career. Aaron
Oh
Banks.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean he's solid.
He reminds me of the old. Not quite there yet, but he's young. This is his third year. He reminds me. Remember Larry Allen with the Cowboys? How big
Yep.
that dude was as a guard. Aaron Banks has a similar body, and he's tough, and he's athletic. Aaron Banks can do some moves on a basketball court. He played high school basketball in I want to say Hayward, Castro Valley, somewhere in the Bay Area. But Aaron Banks is very athletic, and
yeah, go ahead, Dan.
I was just saying when you're that big and that athletic, you can really, and you're an interior lineman instead of I mean, he probably could play the tackle position because he's so athletic he can move his feet. But at the guard, you don't see too many 6'5", 300-pound
I love it.
guards. I love it. I mean, it's great. Run behind the left side. I mean, it's just like, and Colton McKivitz is
he's a first year starter,
and he's going
to learn on the go. He's not a scrub. He's
No.
right. His floor is Mike McGlinchey. Like that's his floor for
right. He's better than McGlinchey pass blocking already.
Exactly.
And then you got the other kid, Nick Zakel, who's just a mean dude, man.
He's going to be developed. He just needs development.
Yeah.
So I had a number of friends that went to the game last night, and all of them were sitting either second or third levels. When I go to a football game, I like to sit up high. I like to see the whole field.
Yeah, me too.
Every one of them told me, Los, I cannot believe how many guys were wide open, like on the patterns. Like when you're watching the game on TV, you can't see that. You can just see the line of scrimmage, and then the camera goes to when the ball's thrown. But when you're at a game and you see the field open up, again, because now 5 guys are going out on the pattern, not 3 and keep back 2 to block. 5 guys are going, and Shanahan's got them crisscrossing and doing loops and doing a lot of things. And even a very good defense like Dallas was confused. So
yeah,
it helps that guys are getting open.
And it helps that you have,
but it also helps that you got
level.
A quarterback that is really accurate. Like in this offense, like Walsh's offense back in the day, it's not just completing the pass, it's completing it out in front so guys can run with it yards after the catch. And that's what
Purdy's ball is so Purdy. I mean,
did you guys see the ball he fit in over Van Der Esch?
Right in front of the safety?
I mean,
it was unbelievable.
It was like right here.
What a
I mean, that's great. He has great ball placement. He's so accurate.
And that was about a good 25-yard throw on a dime. So
you know what that tells me? That tells me not only is he seeing the field really well, but that arm that he had surgery on is 100+%, because that ball takes touch and it takes strength. That's a very difficult throw. You're throwing it just a little bit too higher, it's going to go to the safety behind Ayuk.
Tiny bit lower, it's right. It's
right in the linebacker's hands.
Is it me, or does he seem to have a little bit more zip on the ball this year?
I think he has more zip. Those 35+ yard outs. I saw it more last week against Arizona. Those long balls down. I thought, man, those balls have some little bit of zip on them.
Yeah, we
Last
saw
night
two of them
was-
this
a couple this week too.
The one to Jennings and then the one to Ayuk that got called back because of the
Oh,
holding.
the one that Ayuk was on the sidelines. That was a beautiful throw.
You know what I like too? He learns from his mistakes. It was, what week was it he was throwing? Was it week 3? He overthrew a couple guys.
Week 2 against the Rams.
Yeah. Notice last night on the flea flicker to Kittle, he didn't try to lead him, and Kittle had to wait for it, but he made sure, okay, let's get at least the big gain instead of trying to throw it and have Kittle catch it on the run. Kittle had to stop, but he was so open, he still had time to run in. But I think Brock a couple weeks ago would have tried to make the perfect throw and catch Kittle on the run, and he might have overthrown him. So I really love that growth. And I used to QB in when we played all these pickup flag football games. Even when I was in my 40s, I was, with my kid. My kid would be, in high school, I was like 40, 41, whatever. I was the quarterback, and because I wasn't going to run. I was, I'm not going to go out there and pull something. So I would be the QB. And it is really fun playing QB when you can see the field and you can kind of see, certain defenders' tendencies, and what you have on offense. And if guys know what they're doing, you can lead them perfectly. Purdy is a guy that reminds me of a guy that's going out there playing cool, like pickup ball, and he knows he can just lead guys perfectly, and he's not stressed out. His
demeanor and just confidence that exudes on the whole field is just it's incredible, really. I mean, Trey Lance didn't have this. Jimmy didn't have it. Jimmy, if you watch Monday Night Football today, Jimmy was happy feet all the time.
Jimmy's
do we think he's a starting quarterback in the league? Because he has 7 or 8 interceptions this year already. I don't know if he is, because
they don't have anybody else though, do they?
They got O'Connell,
but I'm just saying, like, if you were to rank the top 32 quarterbacks, would Jimmy be in that?
24th, 25th.
Last year he was better, but he was also had, I think, but everybody says better system. Yeah, he's in the system that, he was with the Patriots with
Josh McDaniel.
Josh McDaniel, gosh, I don't know.
Jimmy was a gunslinger before he got hurt at Kansas City and he tore his ACL.
Yeah, he's never been the same.
And the same thing with Dak. They were both quarterbacks that were accurate and they could move a little. Both of them are not the same since those injuries. Like, you take that mobility out, like, it just really hinders you. Like, Dak can't move, man. I can't believe he's going to count $60 million against Dallas's cap next year.
That's a horrible contract.
I think that's why they got Trey Lance. They're going to try and do something.
I think so too.
Do not be surprised if Trey Lance is a starting quarterback for Dallas next year.
Eric, going back to your question to Los earlier about Kyle, I just think the Niners mantra, his whole tenure has sort of been start out slow and then ramp up right before the playoffs, except for 2019. And that's the one outlier. But I think this year they sort of, not just Kyle, but the whole team, up to the owner, GM, all the coaching staff down to the players, was like, this is our year. This is our best shot right now. And we just need to come out on firing on all cylinders, and we just need to keep it rolling.
I agree with you, Bora.
Deep, you heard it in a couple interviews. I think Debo in the offseason was like, yeah, we gotta pick it up. We gotta come out firing.
I'll tell you, that loss, sometimes a loss in a tough way makes you better, the difficulties. And I was in the grocery store today. It was packed because of the holiday. Saw a couple jerseys, Packer, and saw an Aaron Jones jersey tonight, and a couple other things. And I was, got my mind on the Niners, and what you were talking about, and we talked about it a little bit last night about the Niners taking it week to week. I don't know if you heard the post game on who broadcasts that? Is it NBC? Who does the Sunday night? I think it's NBC. Whoever had it, but they had Kittle on and Purdy and Fred Warner, and they talked about the key, and they just said week to week. Brock said, "We're just focused on week to week," and then the interviewer, she says, "Oh, I should have known the humble guy would give us the humble answer." And then Kittle took the mic and said, "You would have got the same answer from all three of us." I think this team is so laser focused that nothing less than a dominating season and a Super Bowl victory
Is a disappointment.
And so they've been there. They've been to the right there on the cusp of the mountain and fallen down. They want to get to Mount Everest, to the peak.
They know they're running out of time.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if this team's mentality is not just win a Super Bowl, but be known as the greatest football team of all time.
You know what? And I think it could happen, because
I do too.
I need to see this week against the Browns, because if they go out and are laxy-daisy, they win by a field goal or something, because I think they're gonna win. But like Lo said earlier, this is a classic trap game.
Let's take a look at this schedule here while you're talking about that. We've got
a huge win against the Cowboys. You beat them by 32 points, and the whole national media, the fans, the narrative is like, "Oh, the Niners are so good. They're the Super Bowl favorite."
Don't read those clippings, please.
Nope. And I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
Stay on your path. Be like, you know what? That's just one more game that we've won. We need to stay on this road. And if they blow out Cleveland, if they go into Cleveland and just completely embarrass them, I think this team could go undefeated. Because their schedule isn't that difficult. They have some tougher games.
Well, let's take a look at the schedule here. We got Cleveland.
Cincinnati's a tough game.
Cincinnati's a tough game because Cincinnati's starting to peak.
If we see that Burrow from yesterday.
Yeah, they're starting to get better, and they have a week off before. And you know what? The Browns had a week off. They had a bye yesterday. So the Niners, 2 of the next 3 games, they're facing teams that had a bye. So, but then they go into week 9 with the bye, and then they face Jacksonville, who
that's not a slouch game. They're pretty good.
Jacksonville's not bad at all. Does Jacksonville have a bye in week 9 too? Let me look. I'll look here. Jacksonville. All I got to do is look at week 9 and look at.
Yeah, I wonder if the Niners are going to stay on the East Coast after.
No, I asked Larry that last night. I thought they might. Yeah. So it kind of sucks because the Niners get a bye in week 9, but so does Jacksonville. And why is it that the league scheduled Cleveland a bye before the Niners and then 2 weeks later the Bengals? What's all that about? I mean, you're giving and both, and the Niners play the Bengals in week 8 after playing Monday night, whereas the Bengals are in week 7. They have a bye, and that's just kind of
that's why little quirky things like that they're a better team than the Bengals, but little things like that, if they play a physical game against Minnesota, have to fly back, they're going to lose all of Tuesday, which is usually their day off, and they have 1.5 days less to prepare while Cincinnati's resting. And Cincinnati, if Burrow is healthy, the thing about Cincinnati is they can hit you deep. You don't have that threat with Dallas. They didn't really have a deep ball threat, although Cooks is fast. But
Turpin,
Chase is a whole different beast right there.
Is Higgins going to be – because Higgins went on the IL, right? Is he going to be active for that game?
I don't know. Hard to say. But I would love to see the Niners get some reinforcements. I'd love to have them Womack and Luter come back, if not get Surtain. The thing about getting Surtain, if they do, is it's not for the regular season. It's for if they have to face a Philly, Buffalo, or Kansas City, it's to beat them because they
even Cincinnati, because they have the 2 wide receivers.
They have elite quarterbacks, not just good quarterbacks, like really good quarterbacks. That's what it's going to take.
All right, so going back to the schedule, after they got the next 3, Cleveland, Minnesota, Cincinnati. Then they got the bye. Then they go to Jacksonville, week 10. Then they come home for week 11, and that is at home. And then they got that short week. Here's where they get a little break. They get the short week against Seattle, and then they go to Philly, but they've got a Thursday night game in week 12, so they get
That's
3
almost
days
like a
extra.
second bye. It's
That's
almost
good.
like a second bye.
Yeah. And then they come after Philly, and then they come right back and play Seattle again.
That's weird.
It is a little strange. And then they got Arizona down in Arizona, week 15.
Oh,
Then,
right before Christmas. Jesus.
yeah, and then on Christmas
Christmas.
Day, they got the Baltimore Ravens
That's going to be a tough game.
at home. What's nice about the schedule is when they get to week 14, take a look at that. Week 14 through weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Their last 5 games, they don't leave. The furthest they go is Arizona. So that's really good. You get a nice weather game in Arizona. Christmas Day, you're home for Baltimore. The following week, New Year's Eve, you got the Commandos and the Commanders. And then you go to LA, which is, Levi South, right?
No, you're
that's
here.
At home. That's at home. Wait a minute. They close
you
out.
You go to Washington.
They do got to fly cross country to Washington.
Well, that's at Washington. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So that kind of sucks. They got to go to Washington. That'll be a cold weather game. Hopefully they have beaten Philadelphia, and hopefully they're still undefeated. And instead of worrying about maybe going undefeated, maybe that Washington game you can
rest some people,
rest some guys, and if you've got the number 1 seed hopefully wrapped up.
Speaking of rest, I hope they kind of dial CMC back a little bit this week, because pretty obvious Dallas was really trying to take him out. He took some shots. Even when he was on the ground, I saw a couple spears.
Oh yeah, they were going at his head.
They were trying to take him out. He took some big hits. He is absolutely crucial. Him and Purdy are the 2 guys that cannot get hurt on that offense.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot, neither one of them, or it's going to be all bad.
I think the thing is with CMC, and I heard it in Kyle's presser, CMC always wants to go in. He wants to be playing the whole game. He wants to be getting 30 touches a game. And as the head coach and as a leader, Kyle needs to consistently be able to tell CMC, no, you're going to be needing to rest. And I think with the emergence of Jordan Mason, I think everyone knew that Jordan Mason was pretty good. But I think just being able to play him against Dallas and giving him 10 carries, I think that was great. And he averaged 6 or 7 yards a carry. He got a touchdown. That was great. I think that just puts more trust in his hands and in Kyle's hands to dial up some more plays from, because in the previous whenever they've had CMC, the previous 14 something weeks where they've gone undefeated in the regular season, CMC has been the workhorse back. He's been the 3-down back who hasn't come off the field except a couple plays.
I'd rest him so much more.
I would give him 15 touches max against the against the Browns.
You know what I would do?
CMC has to realize he's playing for the Niners, not for Carolina anymore. There's a bigger picture, and he has to understand he has got to pace himself. Like there's going to be some games that they're not going to need him as much because they're just way more talented.
You got to put the team ahead of you.
Right.
You're playing for the postseason. The Niners
Right.
are going to be in the postseason.
They got this bye week 9, and then they got then they go to Jacksonville, Tampa, Seattle, Eagles. That week 15 against the Cardinals, I'd give them another bye. I just say, okay, you're going to take a week off, get that body rested, and then play them against. Hopefully,
they can get the 1 seed early because then they can
play them against
really
Baltimore, and then Washington. I'm going to give some other guys a little bit of a bye, and get these guys. Give them. You need time for your body to just recover. And I'd be if your record is, that's why I say put the pedal to the metal and just obliterate teams early on, and then start playing your backups and giving them reps, man. Kind of like college football does it. You see Alabama blow out a team 50-0. Just get up early. I mean, and because they have the offense with Purdy, and you saw it last night, the opening drive. You've seen it almost every week. They have the ability to just go right up the field and score, and the defense can hold them and you score. And then all of a sudden you got a 10-0 or 14-0 lead, and you make the other team one-dimensional. And when you do that, you minimize hopefully the injuries because guys are not getting crushed up in the middle of, a lot of play. And just that's why the offense is so important. And I think you hit it, guys, with Kyle and Purdy, is that he's going harder this year because he's got the quarterback. When he had a lead in the past, he didn't want Jimmy blowing it by making some stupid throw.
I think just based on Jimmy this season, we can all realize and know that the reason why Kyle didn't trust Jimmy.
Now we see it. Yeah.
How about this?
Jimmy was really good last year, and that was his best year. Purdy's just taken it to another level on this team.
He just doesn't make those 3 to 5 bonehead plays that Jimmy does, and he doesn't turn the ball over. Purdy will watch a play, and even when he makes a mistake, it's not, it's a throw the ball down low. So it's not high and it gets tipped and it gets picked off or something like that. And when he knows he doesn't have anybody open, he'll take a sack, but he'll protect the ball. Jimmy was so reckless with the ball, man. He turned the ball over so many times in crucial spots and made a short field. Purdy knows he has a great defense, and you're not going to win every single play. If it's not there, it's not there. He's going to punt and make that team have to drive 70, 80 yards on that defense. And that's winning football. And that's what the national media has been so slow to give Purdy his props, is they're just infatuated. In fact, scouts are infatuated with 6'5", 6'6" quarterbacks, big arms, and run a fast 40. Let me tell you, who are arguably the 2 best quarterbacks in football history? It's Montana and Brady.
Yep.
Did either one of them have a great arm? Not really.
Brady's got a little stronger arm, but not great.
Does either one of them, if they take their shirt off in front of a mirror, look all that great? Not really.
They just know how to play the game.
Do either one of them run a fast 40? Not really. You know what they have? This. And this is what scouts are forgetting. Purdy reminds me a lot of Drew Brees.
Yep.
Hey, guys, what do you think about this?
A little more.
I'm going to go back to the O-line. When they had Jimmy back there, the O-line had to do a lot more work, right? The plays got extended. They had to try to protect Jimmy more, and then you had more chance of injury. With Brock Purdy, he's making those decisions much more quick. getting the play done, marching the field or marching the team down, and you're not having the O-line having to run all over the damn place to try to protect him. He's getting the ball out quick, so you're having less chance of getting there, especially when you got Trent Williams, on the left tackle. He's 35 years old. If you could preserve his time on the field, you're going to get nothing but good things. So maybe that's another plus with having Purdy back there being able to make those decisions so quick.
There's nothing more frustrating for a defense or a pass rush when before they can even get in, the ball's out.
Exactly.
Like they're putting on a good pass rush, ball's gone. Ball's gone.
Exactly. And now the O-line's done, and now they could get ready for the next play instead of having to scramble all over the place trying to protect their quarterback.
That's what happened to Parsons last night. I watched him a few times where he beat his guy, but the ball was out. What can he do?
Yep.
Jimmy,
you guys like
consistently.
Wilkes? I like Wilkes. I like Wilkes.
And you know what I liked about Wilkes last night? I talked about this on Baller's show. Is one thing we agreed upon is the Niners have this great pass rush, but they play zone all the time. Zone.
He's playing man a lot.
He played man last night.
Yeah, I love it.
And you see how it messed up Dallas because Dallas was expecting the Niners to play 8 to 10 yards off, play their
That's
zone.
why if they can get Surtain, oh my goodness, he's such a man.
I'm telling you, when they get even if they don't get Surtain, I would love for them to get him, but I really like Womack, and all I've heard is good things about Luter. Is
Womack on the? Has he been injured or just not activated?
He's been injured.
He got an MCL sprain, I think.
Oh, that's right.
I like Oliver. He shut down.
Oh yeah,
Isaiah
Oliver is. He's a big guy, and
the only play that was really his fault was the fade up the seam where Dak hit him. But Turpin is 153 pounds. He's a speedster.
He's 153 pounds.
He's 153 pounds.
Jeez.
So I mean, he probably runs a 4.25.
That's why you don't let him get off the line.
I wouldn't want that dude.
Exactly.
Man, if that guy got hit by Greenlaw, he'd be about.
You saw Ambry Thomas didn't play yesterday, and you saw the secondary play well.
You saw how it went. Yeah.
If Luter and Womack come back, Ambry's going to be cut.
Yeah. Let's get into. I want to bring up this on the screen here, and then I want to get into Brock Purdy, what we talked about in the green room. This date right here, you guys are looking at week 11. Had nothing to do with the Niners. I just looked it up though. In our fantasy football league, the trade deadline is the day before, Sunday the 18th. So we're going into week 6. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 5 more games. And then the trade deadline. That's just telling you guys, any of you guys who like to trade a lot, I wouldn't know what that's like. Wouldn't know what that's like. In fact, I wouldn't know what that's like. Do we have music? A little breaking news, maybe?
I think we might. Hold on one second here.
The over-under on Dan trading between now and the deadline is 8. The over-under is 8. There goes one of them.
End of Dan's fun. That's right. There it is. The end of my fun. I may be cooling off for a little while here, but we do have a trade in the league that will be consummated here in about an hour and a half or two, as it was agreed upon on Saturday. Actually, it was agreed upon and accepted Sunday morning after Travis Etienne ran for a touchdown. I said, if he scores, I'm going to accept. I did a little emotional, and I was watching Henry and stuff, but it's a good trade for both teams. I think it helps. I made a trade with Cameron. Was it Cam?
MF. No, Cameron.
Cameron. I don't know. I haven't seen Cameron in the house tonight. Is he in here?
Haven't seen him.
All right. The trade was I am sending Derrick Henry, Gabe Davis, and Damian Pierce, running back, to Cameron, and he is sending me Travis Etienne of the Jags, Christian Watson, who's healthy now, with the Packers and Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell and Davis were, probably the two pieces that, although Davis had a good game yesterday, and had I started him, I would have won, but I didn't. So I kind of hate to see Gabe Davis go because I loved having the combo, him and Diggs and Allen. But anyway, so that's the deal. So anyway, moving on, let's discuss which quarterbacks, as Los, he's unfrozen. Which quarterbacks in the NFL, if any, that we'll throw that disclaimer in, you can take that. Which NFL quarterbacks would you take to be the 49ers quarterback over Brock Purdy? Who would you rather, if you could name the quarterbacks that you would rather have than Brock Purdy in the NFL right now? And we will start with, let me see, how can I do this? How do I do that? I don't even know how to do that. Hold on. There we go. Let's start with, I don't know how to do the screen changing. It's just four of us. How do you make it go, put the one person in the center, Eric? There you go. Starting with you, Eric.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, easy. Mahomes. Thanks for that bone. I appreciate it. Yeah, Mahomes. I mean, come on.
Anybody else?
Yep.
Anybody else, Eric?
Man, Joe Burrow, I don't know, but he's been injured. So, you know what I'm saying? But when he has it, he's pretty damn good. Him, and same thing with Trevor Lawrence, my two guys on my woo team. But, man, how about the Tua in Miami? The thing is, it's all, is it recency bias? You know what I'm saying? Because they've been playing so good recently. Or is it, you want someone that's got it where they have a history of being good? I don't know. Mahomes has got the history of being good.
All right.
Who's next?
I'll next? Push him over. Put somebody up. Just put somebody up, Eric. You make the call.
There it is.
Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Jalen Hurts be my only three.
Well,
the reason why is because all three of those quarterbacks can make every throw that you can make in the playbook, and all three are mobile. So as great as Purdy is playing, his two kind of limitations is throwing a deep ball. I mean, a real deep ball, 60 or 70. Now, you don't need it in this offense, but hey, you know what? It's kind of nice to have when you need it. Mahomes' 3rd and 15 that helped beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. It wasn't that it was a 60 or 70-yard bomb. Watch the play. He's backing up, and he flings it 40 yards. Purdy can't make that throw.
Yeah.
He can't. So
what about Hurts and accuracy, though? Even G. Martinez.
But Mahomes is accurate as hell.
Mahomes, yes.
Cannon. Jalen Hurts throws him and Russell Wilson maybe throw the two best deep balls in the league. So Brandon Ayuk with Jalen Hurts, he would be maybe even slightly better because he would catch a few bombs. But the biggest thing is that if everything is broken down and everybody's covered, they can run 8, 10, 15 the first down. Purdy can move, but he typically does not do that. So those are the only three guys right now, which means that I have Purdy as a top 5 quarterback.
There you go.
Which has come a long way from about even a month ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right, here we go, Bora.
I have 5, and I'm looking at this purely from the standpoint of who would I take in this system.
You kind of got to look at it as the system because
I'm
obviously
taking.
You wouldn't want Lamar probably.
Okay, real quick before you do that, does the system is it made because of the quarterback, or does the quarterback make the system?
It's a combo.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I'm taking Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, Lawrence. I'm taking Lamar.
You are taking Lamar.
I'm taking Lamar just because If you watch his game this past Sunday against the Steelers, and then if you're just looking at the stats, it was like, oh yeah, it wasn't a good game. He was the highest rated PFF based from PFF. He was the highest rated passer in the whole league. And his receivers,
I'm shocked.
His receivers did not help him whatsoever. They counted 7 drops from his receivers in one game. I think Lamar has really upgraded his throwing, his mechanics, and his accuracy. I think Lamar is really good, and his running is just an added bonus. I think Mahomes and Josh Allen are pretty obvious. They're really good. I'm taking Herbert and Lawrence just because I think Herbert's a top 3 quarterback. Herbert's really good. He can hit every throw on the field. He's pretty accurate. He might not be as accurate as Brock Purdy or Tua, but I think he could make every throw and more that Brock Purdy can make. And I'm taking Trevor Lawrence because I think Trevor Lawrence is really underrated and he's really good. He had a little bit of a slow start. His receivers weren't helping him too much, but if you watch that Bills game, he was really good. And he was my dark horse MVP candidate. I think he was a lot of people's dark horse MVP candidates, and I think he's just gonna keep on getting better. And right now, I wouldn't take Burrow right now, just because of his calf injury.
Yeah, it's recency bias.
Question mark. But overall, if Burrow can continue to do what he's done in the past 2 seasons, I would take Burrow too.
All right,
Dan. Now you're up.
Mine's easy. I'm going with 2 only. I'm going with the Wilson brothers, Russell Wilson and Zach Wilson. Those are the 2 guys that I want running the 49er offense because these 2 Wilson guys are the best quarterbacks right now in the National Football League. No,
I want to trade with you.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just had my head examined and no, seriously, I don't know. I haven't counted them, but I'm just looking at the NFL overall. So I'm gonna just go right down I'll start at the top with the AFC East where they put up in the AFC East. I'll take Josh Allen. There's one. In the AFC North, I'm taking Joe Burrow because he's a winner. He won at LSU. He throws an amazing, accurate ball. He's just a little injured right now, and he'll be fine. But Joe Burrow is a winner. I put Purdy in the winning category too, attitude-wise and all that. But I've got Allen and Burrow in the AFC South. Let me come back to that because I'm debating on Lawrence. AFC West, I'm taking Mahomes and Herbert. In the NFC East, I think I might take Hurts too, just because of the flexibility he gives you. He can run, and his throws are getting better, and you get him down near the goal line with those weapons. I mean, Purdy's not a weapon at the goal line or a threat to run like Hurts, and that just makes your offense like, now you got another guy to cover.
Another thing to guard.
That's true 11-on-11 football.
Yeah.
That's why I have him over Herbert.
Yeah.
Herbert can't give you that.
Herbert can't either, but Herbert, yeah. And the NFC South, nobody. In the NFC West, nobody. So who do I got? I've got one in the East. I've got Allen, 1. AFC North, I took Burrow, 2, and I got Mahomes, 3. I got Hurts, 4. And Herbert, you know what? The more I think about Herbert,
not for this system.
He doesn't.
Great quarterback.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback, but he's not right for the system. And that's why I wouldn't pick Lamar because of the
You don't
system.
think so?
I think Lamar would. look to run too much.
I think
because-
Hurts would look to run too much, and I think this system is based on getting the ball out quickly. And I don't know if Hurts can do that. He's a great deep ball passer and an intermediate passer, but is he really the great passer at getting the ball out quick in these like shorter
I think you
throws?
can. I think you can learn it. I really
Okay.
do. But as far as reading, looking at your reads and everything, I don't know if I would take. I'm looking here. I don't even know if I'd take Mahomes over Purdy as far as the reads. I mean, Mahomes.
I would.
I mean,
No,
I
yeah,
would in the
Mahomes
sense.
is-
I mean, I would take him. Don't take me wrong. I mean, Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. But I'm just saying, does he get the ball out? I mean, Purdy's. Yeah, I mean, Mahomes.
I think Mahomes and Shanahan would kind of clash.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying.
I think Shanahan would clash really with Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, Hurts.
Yeah, because I've said this before. Shanahan kind of wants his offense to be the center of attention and the star. And if he has quarterbacks going off script and making these plays and throwing, oh my God, 70-yard bombs downfield, that's not Shanahan's offense. So that's just kind of one thing about Shanahan that, I just wish that he would not be that egotistical.
And he might be changing this year because he's done a lot
very
of things.
well might be. I think he has changed a little bit. And I think he's definitely this year he's been more aggressive than this is his best coaching job that I've seen. Like last night's game, time management, play calling, everything was on point. Like I think he is growing as.
I'll tell you the one play call that I didn't like yesterday.
The draw play.
To take him out of field goal range.
Yeah,
that wasn't a good play. But that's the one thing. That's the one blemish in the whole game.
I got a better question. Who has the better arm between Mahomes, Allen, and Herbert?
I think Allen.
I think Herbert.
Man, I mean that they can all.
I put Mahomes third in as far as firing it like on a dime.
If they all threw a ball from the goal line, maybe.
Oh, if you're talking strength. I mean, you can. I think that's a toss up. I mean, Mahomes can throw it for sure, but I'm talking about just having to throw a dime on an out. Maybe you're flat-footed.
Yeah,
I think
Mahomes.
Allen.
I'm taking Mahomes.
Really?
I think
Jalen is right there too. Good point, Kyle. Jalen, I think he's a notch below them. They say Josh Allen has the strongest arm in the league. They say, I think Herbert would give him a run for his money.
I think Herbert has a really strong arm. Did you see? I mean, I remember that throw he made a couple years ago. It was like 70 yards in the air, on a line, in perfect stride. Yeah.
Let's get to some ridiculous talk today. Here it is. Dan Orlovsky with Rex Ryan.
Oh, come on. That's clown talk.
See if I can.
I told you they would never.
Whoop. I lost it. What did I do? Shoot.
Him, Nick Wright, and Skip Bayless, three biggest clowns on national sports talk.
Shoot. I had it up.
Complete clowns. Oh,
yeah. I mean,
you know what? They're going to fire Richard Sherman from that show because he makes Skip look so bad. Oh my God, he talks so much crap to him. I love it.
He does.
Oh my God,
it's so funny too.
If you want to laugh, watch today's show. Watch Skip talk, and every 5 seconds you just hear Sherman in the background. Nope.
Sherman's interrupting him. Yeah.
Who cares? Nope.
Nope. Wrong.
You could see him turning red and getting all pissed off. Skip Bayless. What an idiot, man.
I had the comment up and I just lost it. Okay, here we go. Let me share the screen again. Put this up. Here we go. Come on,
Yeah,
where's the
this-
volume?
Go to you got to click the arrow.
This is one
On
of the
the
stupider
right.
comments I've heard.
They would
Yeah.
never.
Okay, here we go.
If Mac
they're not
Jones,
going to.
if Mac Jones was in San Francisco, he would be playing like Brock Purdy.
I actually agree.
Oh God, no!
Yes, dude.
No, there's no chance.
I'm
There's
actually-
he'd be better than he is. If you think he's going to play like Brock Purdy,
Right.
you haven't paid attention to Brock Purdy.
Right.
That is a slap in his face.
No, it's
he's
not.
not just a. He's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Did we,
come on.
did we
That
pay
guy's
attention?
playing like Joe Montana, not Joe Montana,
Dude.
like this guy's playing. Stop, Dano. Stop.
Did we pay attention to Mac Jones's rookie year? So that never
Yes.
happened.
No, I did, and I even called him a pea shooter then.
He did.
No quarterback is going to be successful in New England.
I agree with that part.
No quarterback this year.
Absolutely right.
I have to get to a break here.
Absolutely, you're
You
right.
can both be
Especially
right.
This guy.
He
Go. I told you they would never win again.
That's
Oh,
one
come
of
on.
the that's one of the worst takes I've ever heard.
Yeah,
That-
Dan Orlovsky's usually pretty good, but to say that, I mean, I watched Dan Orlovsky play at UConn when I lived in Connecticut. I had season tickets to the UConn Huskies. And, you know, I remember him, and they had a wide receiver. I wish I could remember his name. I thought, man, these Henry, I can't remember his last anyway, but I thought those two guys look like NFL players, you know, and Orlovsky made it. He's, you know what he's most famous for, though, right?
Oh, we all know.
You remember Lowe's?
Yeah, I kind of do, but remind me.
Let me show you first. Let me.
He did a Jimmy. It was the Jimmy.
Yeah, it was
Did
the
it-
Jimmy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's the worst one though. It's
Yeah.
actually hilarious.
The commentary makes it even better. The commentator's like, "Oh, you just got a feel for this kid."
Yeah.
You
Let's
know,
see
if
if I
you
can-
want to watch good quarterback breakdown, that former Niner JT O'Sullivan has the
QB
quarterback
school.
school.
It's so good.
It's really
Yeah,
really
KMBR has them on quite often.
That's
And
a
he
good,
doesn't just talk about the QBs and what the QB does. He talks about the whole offense and the scheme and the play call. It's great.
Can we share this?
the big time play.
Can
dangerous.
I think if we talk over it, right?
Are you doing it through Twitter or are you doing it through YouTube?
YouTube. Let me turn the volume off.
Who's doing this? NFL Network?
Dangerous.
Yeah, let me do it off. Let me turn the volume off. Where's the volume? There we go. We should be able to do it without the volume, right? We can talk. All right. So here it is. Dan Orlovsky.
Put it in full screen.
Hold on. Let me go back to it. There we go. What happened?
The NFL does not want you to show it.
Maybe not. I think we can. Is this off? This is on.
The NFL. That's who you're on. I saw it at the bottom.
So we'll just. I think you can if you discuss it, right?
Man, I have no idea.
I don't know. Whatever.
That's
We
what I
won't
put
show it.
NFL. That said courtesy to NFL. So
Yeah.
that's what Senior's saying.
We'll just leave it off, but it was hilarious. I mean, he wasn't just stepped out of the end zone; he was running toward the corner of the end zone, still like he's 1.5, 2 yards into the white out of the end zone, and he still like doesn't have a clue that he's out of the end zone. It's hilarious. It's
Yeah, but I mean,
absolutely-
going back to Orlovsky's take, I mean, that's a really bad take. Just because he's right in the fact that the Patriots are not a good place to be playing QB right now, and I don't know if a lot of people would succeed. And yeah, if you go, Mac Jones made the Pro Bowl his rookie year. Look at the stats. I mean, he's never been a top 12 quarterback, maybe not even top 15. He doesn't have the arm Purdy has. I think Purdy has a stronger arm than he does. He doesn't have the mobility Purdy has. He doesn't have the pocket vision Purdy has. He doesn't have the mind Purdy has. I mean, and he doesn't have the cool, calm, collective nature that Purdy has. Mac Jones is similar to Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's a little bit of a hothead too.
He has anger issues.
He has anger
seen it.
issues. He was a mess. He did some stuff in college. I mean, I'll tell you what. That was a dumb comment to make that he would be as successful as Brock Purdy. Let's talk about Brock Purdy.
That's a slap to Brock's.
Yeah,
he would be successful, but just he wouldn't be doing it at the level that Purdy's doing it right now. Because Purdy's doing it at an MVP level right now.
Let's talk. That you took the words out of my mouth. Let's talk about the 5 leading candidates for MVP right now through 5 weeks. It's early, but who are the 5 leading candidates for MVP of the National Football League right now?
Top 5?
I got top 2 is Purdy and CMC. I don't know 1 or 2, but those 2 guys are got to be at the top. And I'll give you mine. I got Tua. First I got it's a toss-up between CMC and Purdy. I'm not sure which way to go. I've got Tua in there, and I'm going to go to look at who else is doing great. Mahomes is always up there, even though he doesn't seem to be having a great year. They're still 4-1. And who else would be a 5th guy that's doing well? I haven't even looked at stats, to be honest with you. I haven't paid attention to the stats, but I got Tua up there. You might have to, if you wanted to throw a receiver in there, you might have to consider Tyreek Hill.
He's one of mine, yeah.
As a 5th guy.
No one from Philadelphia. They're 5-0.
He's in mine. I got Tyreek, CMC, Purdy, Josh Allen, and TJ Watt.
You stole it.
TJ Watt. Please give defensive players their recognition. And
they got their own reward. They got Defensive Player of the Year.
I know they do, but sometimes you could be so dominant that you could be when not too much, when it's not so obvious on the offensive side that you can get.
Didn't Lawrence Taylor win MVP?
I think he did.
I think it was Lawrence Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had, what did I have? I had Purdy and CMC 1-2, 2-1, however you want to put it.
You had Tua.
I had Tua, and I had Hill, and I had Mahomes in there. And you know, and the reason, and maybe not Mahomes is, I don't really know anything spectacular, but he did win that one game against the Jets where he just kind of beat them by themselves. I mean, he didn't even have the receivers. He just took the game. I mean, just with his running and his smartness. Hurts is top 10 with Philly, but he's not really doing anything spectacular, but he's winning. I don't know. Anybody else stand out?
Right.
How about Nakua? How about, I mean, he's not doing much, but is Puka Nakua in the top 10, top 15?
Not with Cooper Kupp back.
Yeah, I know, but through 5 games, he's done some crazy stuff.
Let me give you guys mine. In no particular order, I have Brock Purdy, McCaffrey. I have Tyreek Hill. I have TJ Watt. And for my last one, I have CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud, he hasn't. Oh, okay. I'm thinking Bryant, yeah, or Bryce Young. I got the wrong quarterback.
You think Carolina's regretting that? Bryce Young?
I would have. I don't know why they didn't take. I was thinking take Stroud. I mean,
take Stroud or Richardson. I would have taken either one of those.
I mean, they took. I don't know. I would put Tua above CJ Stroud. He's leading the league in yards passing.
I would probably, like, realistically, I would take Tua, but I just wanted to give a little curveball.
Yeah,
I was thinking of A-Chain as well, because he's
A-Chain I thought of too. Hey, would this be a wild Super Bowl? Miami, San
Niners,
Francisco.
ooh, that
I
would be
mean, would that be
great.
a track meet? I mean, that would just be a freaking track meet, wouldn't it?
Miami has already proven that they don't have a defense, though.
Yeah.
And
I
their
think Buffalo-
offense,
I think
their
Buffalo's-
O line is little shaky.
I know
All right,
Buffalo had
somebody write this down. Who's our you're our student, Bora. You got
All
a
right.
wall right there. You got a whiteboard behind you.
I'll write
It's
it down
week-
in my notebook.
It's week 5.
Week
Pick your-
5 MVP picks.
No, we can do that, but let's project who are going to be the 7 teams to make the playoffs. Is it 7 now, right? It's 7 in each conference. There's 3 wild cards, right? 3.
Yeah, because
Okay,
only
one gets a bye. Yeah. So let's pick our 7 teams in each conference. We're through week 5. Obviously, the toughest ones are going to be the last 2 or 3, wild cards. But let me look at those.
I can start right now.
Go ahead.
I can have it ready. All right. I'll start with the NFC.
Start with the AFC with A.
Oh, AFC. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start with the AFC. Let me go to standings.
You know what? Here, I'll pull them up for us.
Okay.
That way we can just do. We can look at them right in the NFL.
4 Division 3 wild card, right?
Correct. And you know what? See if you can name the seeds.
Seeding. All right.
Here's your standings right there. Can you see them?
Yeah. All right. With the 1 seed, I have the Chiefs.
Okay.
2 seed, I have the Dolphins.
Okay.
3 seed, I have the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And then
This is the toughest one, the 4 seed.
I'm going to say the Browns.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think their defense is really good, and I think Watson is going to start to put it together. He might not be his Houston Texan form, which was like an MVP form, but I think he's going to be a above average quarterback.
You know what could derail him?
Injury.
Just some muscle tightness and needing some massages.
It's so foul.
Oh man. All right, so you got your top 4. Now you got your wild cards.
Okay. I have the Bills.
Okay. That's a good one.
The Bills, the Ravens.
Okay, 2. And who's going to be your 3rd wild card? Coming from one of these 2 conferences, I believe. Well, it could come from there, but I don't think it's coming from the AFC East.
I'm going to say the Chargers.
Okay. Even with their head coach?
Yeah, I think Herbert is going to have an MVP type year. I think he's going to be really good.
They seem to just always figure a way to lose.
They
though.
do, though. I mean, I'm just –
All right.
else, though? Who else?
I mean, you could look at
Maybe Pittsburgh?
Maybe Pittsburgh. Yeah, it could be
Oh, wait.
Cincinnati.
No, replace the Ravens with Cincinnati. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Okay.
Okay. 6 seed is Cincinnati, then 7 seed is the Ravens.
Okay, there you go. So you don't have I still call them the San Diego Chargers because that's what they are to me. You don't have the Chargers making it?
No.
Okay, so go to your NFC now.
Okay. The 1 seed is going to be the Niners.
Okay,
The 2 seed is going to be the Eagles.
all right.
The 3 seed is going to be the Lions.
Nice.
And the 4 seed is going to be the Bucks. No. No, no. I'm gonna say the Saints.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then who's your 3 wild? Who's your 5, 6, 7?
Lions, Saints. All right. My 5 seed is the Seahawks.
Okay.
6 seed.
Tampa Bay.
Do I want to put the Cowboys there?
Ooh, yeah. How about them Cowboys?
I'll put the Cowboys. I really don't, but 6 seed is the Cowboys, and then the 7 seed is going to be the Rams.
Interesting. 3 from the NFC West. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're up. Who wants to go next?
I pass. I'll let you guys discuss that one.
Okay. What do you got, Los? You want me to go or are you going to go?
What is this, Family Feud? You're passing? I pass, Steve. Let's let the Coach Emilio family go.
Okay, well, Coach Emilio family will go. Babe, I need you in here to help me with the playoffs. It's okay.
I'll go. I'll go.
Right. I gotta get me something to eat, man. I didn't eat dinner tonight. Dang.
AFC Bills.
Oh yeah, let's go.
1 seed. Chiefs 2.
You taking the Bills 1? Okay.
Yeah, I'm picking the Bills. I think.
Despite all their injuries on their defense, they got.
Yeah, once the weather gets colder and it becomes more of a
All right.
playoff physical type of football, the Dolphins will slip a little bit. They got the better D and the better quarterback, I think.
Okay.
I love Tua, you know that. But Bills 1, Chiefs 2, Browns 3, Jags 4, Dolphins 5, Ravens 6, Bengals 7.
Okay.
Dolphins, Bengals, Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay.
NFC Niners, Eagles, Lions, Saints, Dallas, Seattle, Rams. I'm with Boro. I do like 3 teams from the NFC. I think the Rams could even be higher than 7. Like, watch out for them. They got now 3 pretty good wide receivers.
Yeah, they got 3 Cup and Puka and Atwell.
Stafford can still sling it if their defense gels at all.
That's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
What was your 5, 6, 7?
Dallas, and then he had
Seattle and the Rams, but I think the Rams could slide up even more.
All right. Let me go with mine here. This is kind of tough. The AFC East is tough.
I'm gonna give you a sleep or 2, and you might laugh, but they're starting to kind of put a few things together as the Bears.
Wait, the Bears.
Bears are who we thought they were.
I need to see Fields put a like 3 or 4 games.
He's got
together.
2 games back to back.
2 games. I'll give him that.
Yeah. All right. I am going to go. You writing all this down, Bora?
Yep.
So we'll bring it back at the end of the season and see how close we were in January.
Let's put 20 on it.
Did you write down under Eric pass?
Pass.
Pass. All right. You want to put 20 on it?
Closest guy gets 60.
Yep. Okay.
Laura's got to recoup that $75 somehow.
Hey, don't count me out yet. That's all I'm gonna say.
You might want to make it 25, Boris. Maybe you'll see this one.
Hey, what happened to the predictions we had on the Giants at the end of the year?
We're not even going to get to that. We're not
going to get to that. Let me.
Oh, you guys owe me $60. I'm the only one that said they wouldn't make the playoffs.
All right. So put 20.
Let's give you my Venmo after the show.
Let's put 25 on this, and the closest we get, we'll figure a system out where you add if so many points per team that you got right in the playoffs, and then if you got the seed right, you get so many more points.
Yeah. And then we can simplify it even more, and like when in the playoffs and do a bracket.
Yeah. So $25. Winner in the pool, winner gets all of it. You down with that, Los?
I'm in.
Okay, $75. We're gonna help Bora get his money back. All right. So I am gonna go with the AFC Number 1 seed. Let me look at these standings here again. I wish I had the schedule in front of me. I'm gonna go Chiefs 1. I just don't know how the Bill injury. I'm gonna take the Bills. No, I'm gonna go Dolphins 2. I think they can. Yeah, I'll go Dolphins 2. Jags 3. 4. I'm gonna go Bengals. I think they're gonna come back and win that division. 5. I'm going 5. I'm going Baltimore 5. Six. Pittsburgh. I don't think they missed the playoffs. There's no way 4 teams from one division can make the playoffs, though. I've never seen it done.
You don't think the Bills are going to make the playoffs?
Did I skip the Bills?
Yeah,
oh
you
gosh,
did.
I was so focused on the Bills or Dolphins being one or being the 2nd seed, I forgot the Bills. I'll take the Bills as the 5 seed, push the Ravens to 6 and the Steelers 7.
Okay.
I had the Bengals 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 3 seed, right?
No, Bengals 4, Jags 3.
Oh, okay. All right. In the NFC in the East, I'm going to go with Bora. I think the Giants win the division. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
You just have a stroke.
I'm sorry. Wrong Giants. I'm sorry. No, I'm going Niners 1, Eagles 2, Lions 3. I got to look back at the standings here. Lions 3. Got to do something different here. 4. I'm going Saints 4. 5. I'm going Dallas 5. What's so funny?
It's the same.
Is it the same? I don't remember
Basically.
what you guys said. 6. I'm going to go. I got to do something a little different. I got to do 6. Let's go Seattle.
Okay.
And let's go the Falcons 7.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
I think it's coming down to the Rams Falcons for that toward the end. Yeah. It should just be a little different.
All right. To recap.
Yeah, nobody picked Tampa Bay, huh? They're a fluke.
I like them finishing 2nd. I just don't think they're going to finish above the
I'm
Rams.
not sold on Baker Mayfield long term, man.
Either. I'm going to be right back. I got to get my stomach's growling.
Okay. I'll recap.
You recap it and then send it to us in a text since we got money on this. Send it to Los and I in a text so that we have documentation and we're not relying on Bora grabbing $75 from us.
All right. Dan has the Chiefs at AFC. Chiefs are the 1 seed. Then he has the Dolphins, Jags, Bengals as the division winners. He has the Bills, Ravens, and Steelers as the wild card teams. And the NFC, it's the Niners, Eagles, Lions, and Saints. Then those are the division winners. Then Dallas, Seattle, and Atlanta in the wild card. Los has the Bills, Chiefs, Browns, and Jaguars. Then the Dolphins, Bengals, and Ravens. And in the NFC, he has the Niners, Eagles, Lions, and Saints. And as the division winners, then Dallas, Seattle, and Los Angeles as the wild card teams. I have the Chiefs, Dolphins, Jaguars, and Browns as the division winners. Then I have the Bills, Bengals, and Ravens. In the NFC, I have the Niners, Eagles, Lions, and Saints. Then I have the Seahawks, Cowboys, and Rams.
There you go.
There it is. There it is. All written down. We can talk some more Niners. Los, do you think after today, I mean, it's obvious that the Niners are in their own tier in the NFC, right? Do you think the Eagles are there with them? And I think obviously the Cowboys have dropped a tier. What are your tiers for the top sort of like 4 or 5 teams?
I mean, I'm going to try not to be a homer, but I'm going to say the Eagles are there with them, and until I see otherwise, the Eagles have kind of not really found their ground, and they're still 5-0, which kind of worries me. Like they are still really good. They still have a really good offensive and defensive line.
And they haven't blown anybody out, but they just find ways to win.
Yeah, you know, I know a lot of people like to keep track of that about blowing teams out, but AJ Brown's starting to get it going.
Hey, Eric?
And Jalen Hurts is just.
You sure you don't want to add $25 to the pot?
Oh, I'm positive.
But yeah, I think Philly is if the Niners are 1, Philly's 1A. They're right there. And I wish that game on December 3rd was here in the Bay Area and not.
Oh, that would make it
Philly
so much better.
again, because December, that's going to be a cold weather game. Not that shouldn't bother the Niners, but I just wish they had that game.
That's going to be such a hostile environment.
Is that a grass field or is that turf?
It's grass.
Good.
It is.
I'm pretty sure it's grass. Yeah.
Lincoln.
Let me look it up right now.
I hate playing on turf late in the season.
Hello, 65. Don't say shit like that, please.
Every day.
He's messing around. He's 100% fooling around.
Oh yeah, he's been.
At least if you send that, do a super chat, dude.
Yeah.
Right, Dan?
Yeah, you put a super chat up, you get it.
Speaking of which, there is a super chat in there, Dan. I don't know if you've seen it.
Let me go
Yeah,
back.
it's grass. Wait.
Where is it? Where is it?
I'll
Yeah,
put it up.
Pretty sure it's grass.
What time did that come in?
10:42.
Why are we just putting it up now?
Because we were talking football.
Oh, well.
Yeah, D-Shot, I'm not concerned about the Eagles going to overtime against Washington. I've watched too much football over the years to not trip about division games, close games. The Rams gave the Niners a tougher game than people thought. So that
Niners got blown out by Colt McCoy 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't. It's a long season. You're going to have some duds. You're going to not play well for whatever reason. You look past an opponent. A couple of your best players are banged up. The Eagles are a damn good football team. So I would not just discount them because the Niners are dominating right now. So we'll see, man.
I have the Niners and Eagles in my tier 1 team tiers, but then I also have Dallas. I have Dallas, Seattle, and Dallas, Seattle, Detroit, and the Rams in tier 2. I think all those because Seattle beat Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. But the Rams beat Seattle. I think all of those teams are sort of in the middle pack of the secondary NFC contenders. I think it's going to be the Eagles and Niners in the NFC Championship unless they play in the divisional game somehow.
I think it's very possible Dallas is a tier 3 team.
That's true. That's true, but
And
I'm
here's-
also not just going to go off one game.
I'm not either, but here's why I have them tier 3. Their quarterback is pretty average. Their play caller, McCarthy, is pretty average.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
average
to be a good team, you got to have one of two: a good play caller or a good quarterback. And Dak is about average right now, and McCarthy's below average. As far as their defense goes, again, as long as they're playing ahead and they're rushing the passer, they're a great defense. When it's a close game and you can run right at them, they're an average defense.
Their rushing
So-
defense isn't that good, and I know
so that-
CMC got averaged 2.7 yards a carry, but they
gave
were
up-
just swarming him. Yeah,
they gave up all that to Kittle. So I don't have Dallas as a top is a tier 2. I have them, and I think they're going to struggle with the Chargers who are coming off of a bye.
Oh yeah, they're going into LA, right?
They're going into LA now.
Yeah.
Now
It'll be a
Herbert.
Cowboy crowd.
I always say this about Justin Herbert. Like if you take a picture of a quarterback, he is like the perfect arm size, got the long hair. He can move a little bit, smart. But he's got to win games like this, man. He has had too many times where games have been close. And to me, I always look at a quarterback that what they do in the fourth quarter. That has always been my old school, how I put certain quarterbacks above. When I start getting into debates with other people in groups about the greatest quarterbacks of all time, I always throw that in. I like to see quarterbacks that win games late. That's why I have Montana up there. That's why I have Elway up there. That's why I have Roger Staubach up there. You talk about a fourth quarter quarterback. My God. You know, Troy Aikman, and this is not Dallas hate. Can anybody name a game where Troy Aikman went down the field at the end of the game in the fourth quarter in a big game and won it? That's what I'm talking about. So those fourth quarter characteristics, having the ice cold veins, and that's the knock on Purdy right now. Is can Purdy? They're finding like things that he can't do. Oh, he can't throw deep, or he can't do this.
he's knocked out everything except for the can he come back from behind?
Yeah, I know. And he, I mean, granted it was against the Raiders, but he was down 2 scores against the Raiders.
Yeah.
And he came back. I know it's the Raiders, but that's going to be like one more thing that he needs to knock down.
And you know what? The Niners might just be so good he might never have to come back from behind. They might just always be ahead. But I agree with you on Herbert. I think Herbert seems to always win the games he's supposed to win. And he never seems to get blown out. He always seems to keep it close against the Chiefs and the Bills and the pretty good teams like last year against the Niners. But he always ends up losing those games. And I think he's a really good quarterback. He's an elite quarterback.
Yep.
But I don't think he's not in the tier that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are. Just because
I would love the Chargers to stick it to Dallas.
I would too. I mean, I think Staley plays a part in that though, just because he's a horrible coach. He's one of the worst coaches in the league.
Remember this too. The Niners have a history from last year that any team that plays them the week after, they're pretty banged up. Now they get an extra day for Monday night. Oh, by the way, did anybody in the chat listen to me and bet the Kittle prop that I told you to bet? Oh, he hit it. He got yards and he got catches.
There you go.
What was his prop?
I'll give you my Venmo information. I did call that on now the touchdowns. I didn't see 3 touchdowns coming, but I thought Kittle would have a good game.
I would love to see the Chargers knock down the Cowboys, and the Cowboys they're kind of bleeding. I mean, Bland.
There was a lot of guys getting up slow, man, in that game last night.
Van Der Esch is on IL now. Bland, I don't know. I think they have another special teamer that's down. One of the safeties is down.
Is Eckler going to be back for the Chargers?
I think he should be. Yeah.
Okay, that's huge because he's a nice little safety valve for Herbert coming out of the backfield.
Yep.
And the Chargers got a decent D, so I don't think Dak's going to have that great of a game.
Hey guys, let me get to this super chat. Let me put that back. Where'd it go?
Oh, here, I'll get it.
Yeah, glass half full. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the donation. He donates $4.99. Says, "Is Farhan the clown still in charge? I
Yep.
wake up hoping for the news he's gone, but I'm disappointed every day so far. So far screwed. Hashtag screwed. Yes, he's still in charge. Unfortunately, I was talking about that tonight with somebody. Maybe it was my brother. We were talking about, is it still too late that they, with all this stuff coming out against the Giants and the way they play and the stupid decisions that Farhan has made? And I mean, do we really? It appears that he is in charge, and unless they've got somebody that becomes available to them that is a better alternative. I mean, we already have said Ned Coletti would be a great alternative, but it doesn't look like they're going that route. I don't know.
Is there any chance that they offered the job to Ned and he said no?
I don't think so. I don't know what he would say. I think he would say yes if it was a, multi-year, more than 1 year. I don't think he's going to take a 1 year.
No way you take a 1 year deal. That'd be
so it'd have to be a multi-year. I would think at least a 3-year minimum. But I don't think they've offered anything. And the only thing I can, Giants do everything completely wrong. Completely wrong. If they want to do something right, they should have a guy in place, whether that be someone like a Ned or but get them on board working now and make an announcement during the, divisional championship. I mean, the ALCS and NLCS, make some news. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to go with Farhan because he's, calling the shots still, and he's got guys running around over in they're scouting guys in Korea and Japan and talking to those guys and look at them. So I think they're stuck. And that's kind of how I see it. And we'll see what happens. But that's sadly, you're right. We're hashtag screwed is a very apropos statement.
I'm just gonna tell you guys, Los and I might be cooking up a small trade here. There's some little debates, but
small. I just had a couple trade requests and but not from me, not me making them.
Someone may or may not have undermined a player.
Oh man, yeah, I have something out there.
You got a deal?
Well, I did throw something out there to Will. I'm waiting for him.
Which Will? Will Martinez?
No, Gabe's food review.
Gabe's food. He sent me one. I just turned it down.
And you know me, I don't trade. I'm not a trader, but I see something that could benefit both of us. So I did offer my friend Bora Goddard and Addison.
No music yet. We got to wait until it actually goes. I'll get the notification on my phone as soon as it goes through, and then I will cue the music.
Eric's going to start participating. He's getting excited. We're talking fantasy football.
I'm gonna make one more point about the Niners and Cowboys. Then I have to get out of here. Speaking of sort of like breaking the Cowboys, I don't know if any of you guys saw this thing on Twitter, but there was a guy in the stands that posted a picture of CeeDee Lamb. When the Cowboys were on defense, CeeDee Lamb was completely off to the side with his hands crossed together, and he hasn't been signed long term. Just FYI, and he was completely shut down today. I don't think he really enjoys having Dak as his quarterback. I think there's a chance that he might not be signing a long-term extension with the Cowboys. I think he he could be gone. And I just get that feeling. I think the Niners really broke the Cowboys. Like, you've seen so many narratives about Dak and how he might be off the Cowboys now. McCarthy should be fired. This game just completely
demoralized them.
Demoralized them.
It took their soul.
It really took their soul because the whole week it was like, oh, Niners versus Cowboys. It was the big game of the week, Sunday Night Football. Everyone was talking about it, and you had the Cowboys talking. The Niners stayed quiet, and the Niners just utterly embarrassed them on national television. I think there was a tweet saying it was the highest Sunday Night Football game in almost ever of week 5 ever.
Wow.
So there were a lot of people watching, and a lot of people saw that performance. I think depending on how the rest of the season goes for the Cowboys, like if they don't make the playoffs, I think they might be like, they might rebuild. They might get Dak out of there. They might start Trey Lance. They might trade some guys and just build for the future.
And what you worry about that is if Dallas does like call it in, they know they can't sign Lamb, or maybe doesn't want to be there. Oh man, if he gets traded to Miami or the Chiefs or the Bills and they get another weapon like that, oh my God.
The Chiefs. Ooh.
I could see the Chiefs doing something for him like that. I
could see that if the Niners don't sign Ayuk, I think they will sign Ayuk, but Ayuk on the Chiefs, I think, would go nuclear.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Ayuk is better than Lamb. I think Ayuk is a top 10 receiver. Lamb is sort of like a slot receiver, right? He likes to play in the slot. He likes to take advantage of the zones in the slot corners.
There we go.
You would think Dallas and their fans would learn about talking, and they do it more than just about any team in the league. And
it always backfires.
They just have to have that America's team, image and just have to be out there and be brash, and it just backfires. You just look like idiots, and God, so many of their fans are so myopic, man, and they really only see their team and their player and nobody else. Do you know how many times I have argued with Dallas Cowboy fans that tell me Michael Irvin is a better receiver than Jerry Rice? Think about that. Yeah, they do. They do. And some of them say Aikman's better than Montana. That's how myopic they are. I will never say, you'll never hear me say Ricky Waters is better than Emmitt Smith. Because at the end of the day, I'm a football fan. I'm a Niner fan, but I also recognize greatness from other teams and other players. Not Dallas, not a lot of the Dallas fans. It's just all about them. That's why I said I had a hard debate, them or Dodgers. Who do I dislike more? Split decision, Cowboys. Can't stand them. Thoroughly enjoyed last night. Go get your homework done, Bora.
Did you Bora and I are in preliminary talks.
I don't know if it's gonna happen tonight. Maybe tomorrow night.
You know what Eric will say if you offer him a trade? Pass.
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 Eric, I'm gonna send you a trade just for the hell of it.
Woo!
Yeah, I think I got to cut out early. I got a early Zoom meeting tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, it's time. It's
2 hours. Holy shit! I can't believe we went 2.
Yeah, look at it. You're all, I can't do 2 hours talking baseball.
We can't do baseball. Not baseball. Not this time of year. We can do if the Giants are actually
playoffs.
We could do 5 hours of football.
I really can't do 3.5 hours of war. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I did 3 hours on war yesterday.
Man,
hell yeah.
Man, I think you just need to do an all-nighter one time. Just
I
I'll,
probably
I'll
could do it,
wake up
too.
and it's like, oh,
Just
NorCal Sports Network.
get your ice cream, your Cheetos,
6 hours and 45 minutes.
get your blanket, get your pillow, and do an all-nighter. I
swear, man, if one of these nights I wake up and I got to go take a piss at 4:30 in the morning, and you're still going. I'm like, look at this fool! Holy moly, man!
Eric, I think Eric could do. We've gone 2 hours and 1 minute. I think he could have enjoyed 2 hours of 1 minute of just playoff baseball.
Oh, I could have
parachuting into Israel. I do agree with
you. Should. And I was going to say, if you did 2 hours of playoff baseball, you might be the only guy on the internet talking about in the NorCal region.
Probably
in NorCal.
I mean, we didn't have a whole bunch of people on, but we just went a long time.
But if you were a Philly fan or a Brave fan, I bet you could have a big crowd of 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe.
But football.
Thanks, Val.
Did you get any super chats with that?
Oh, hell no. And look, the only super chat we got today was baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, people who are watching, we're not just a baseball and war channel. We talk football too. So if you want to get your friends,
don't think it's all about some of these other channels. Much love and respect to Ryan and Larry and Lombardi and all them, but hey, we know our football up on here too. So
war. What is it good for?
This is a football channel, right? This is NorCal Sports Network, meaning 49ers, Warriors, Giants. We'll cover even the Kings is part of NorCal, Sacramento. We will cover the entire NorCal sports. That's why it's called NorCal Sports Network, because we're not just baseball. We know we're going to have some guests when the Warriors come on. I mean, we're going to get some big-time guests, okay? Hockey, Eddie K, okay, so take some Sharks hockey. If the Sharks start playing well, we'll do some Sharks.
Yeah, Warriors basketball.
I'm telling you. I love Warriors basketball, and I've got some basketball connections.
How'd they look?
Yep.
Oh man! Seriously, man, I can't believe you went there. Oh man!
What do you?
Oh, we're just giving Eric a hard time, man. Waiting for that super chat about World War II.
We're watching
Somebody will do it.
Come on, we're not signing off until we get a super chat about current conflict happening.
Yes,
world
please.
Stage.
Somebody give a super chat about that.
Come on, even if it's 99. Do they have 99-cent super chat?
I think the cheapest one is $1.99.
Is it cheap as $1.99? Someone's got to give a 99-center.
Come on, man! You guys are going to drop $6 for a Starbucks tomorrow.
Come on, somebody drop $1.99. We'll bring Eric back.
Hey,
we'll bring Eric back.
I've had a 20. What have you had? Come on. Anyone else get bringing?
You had a 20 on war history?
Yes, I did. Mark Hope dropped $20.
When?
The very first one I did.
Okay.
He dropped $20.
All right.
Come on now.
Well, we need some. Come on, guys. Eric's going to stay on here till 3 a.m. if he gets a $2.99 or.
I don't even need a $2.99. I'll stay on for free. I like talking.
There you go. Somebody help him. $1.99. Hey, hold on. I
don't know if Will B's in here. Is Will B? Hey, Will B, you in here, man?
Yeah, drop a $4.99 so Eric can pick up some creamer for his coffee and stay up till 4 a.m. and do it. Come on, man, help him out.
Hey.
We're flexible on this show, right, Eric?
Yep,
We can go a lot of different directions.
we can, man. We go all over the place, don't we?
Tyler, I don't think we're going to be doing any WNBA talk, though. No offense.
We don't need. All right. Come on. Everybody.
Look at Will B.
Hey, there we go. $4.99. Look at that.
Look at
Breaking.
that.
Far Anxiety has his man. Kai Correa will be the new manager in the Bay Area. Sources close to the situation told Jeff Passan. I love
Even
it.
the parodies has to do with baseball.
Yeah.
Look at Will B, Dan, about to pull off a trade with Los.
Really?
Yeah, he's contemplating it. I countered him. He offered something. I countered. He's thinking about it.
Let's announce it.
It's up to Will, man.
Well, once it breaks, once I
Let
see
me
it
see.
come
Let
across
me
the
see if I
phone,
can
I'll
guess
announce
the
it.
trade. Let me see if I can.
You will never guess who's involved in this.
I will guess. I will guess.
It's three players each.
No way.
3 for 3.
All
No,
right.
wait a minute. Is it 3 for 3? Hold on. Or is it 3 for 2? Yeah, it's 3 for 3.
I think it's Walker and.
Well, there's
Atwell.
a particular guy Will wants pretty bad.
He likes a running back. He wants.
Hey, there's
Walker.
Will B. What's up, man?
He wants Walker. I bet you. He wants Kenneth Walker.
Oh, he's contemplating the deal. Gotcha.
It's Walker, Atwell, and
Come on, Will, pull the deal. And when I go to Japan, I'll make sure I take your uncles out to some great.
Don't be laxadaisy. Come on, don't be laxadaisy. Get the deal done.
let me see.
Eric wants to announce it.
Gabe's food review.
Yeah, I'm ready to hit it.
We'll be sending. Gabe's food review has Mac Jones as a quarterback. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Will. He won't be able to guess. Trust me. I'm a little different. I'm a little bit different from.
I know. You want Charbonneau, maybe. And you're probably going after James Conner, maybe McLaurin. Those are some of the guys I think are involved in this deal.
Who do you think he's going after?
I think he's going after. I got to look at your team again. I think he's going after Kenneth Walker.
Look at Bora hanging around for the trade result.
I think he's going after Walker. He might be going after Spears.
Oh, you know I love Spears.
I know you do.
Eric, are you really hanging around for
I might.
He might be going after Goddard. He might be going after Goddard too.
I'll be hanging out.
Is
hey,
Will
look.
coming? Is Will B coming on?
There it is.
We'll see. Hey, Will B, you coming on?
Eric will work for history. There it is, guys. Not food, history.
Yeah, why go to the History Channel when you can come here?
Yeah. History and baseball. He's an aficionado or whatever.
There
right?
it is. Yep. You hit it. Yep.
Come on, man.
Mark Hope, if you're out there, make sure you drop another 20.
He needs to do a little bit more research, so I don't know if anything's
I'm
going
one
to
of
get
the
done
players.
while we're here.
Here, send me the guy, Will. I'll send you the info. I got a bunch of subscriptions.
Dan is the Farhan of fantasy football.
Establish the run, baby.
Yeah, I think Will may agree to this. We'll see.
What is Val Ramos saying? Dan, what are you talking about? Sounds like hate. Is that a joke? What did I say? What did I say that sounds like hate? Is he joking? He must be.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here, guys.
All
we
right,
may have a blockbuster tomorrow night.
Yeah, you never know.
Let me know, Will. Later, bro.
See you guys.
Come on. Hey, Larry Bear. Thanks, Larry. I was Larry Bear Jr.
Eric.
Oh, he's locked up.
Let me see if I can lock up like Los. See if I can imitate him.
Kevin.
Wait, I'm going to imitate you.
Arrivederci. Yeah, definitely. Have a good show, Eric.
All right, man. Have a good one, Los.
I'm imitating. Hey, Los, wait. I'm going to imitate you when you freeze up.
You know what I did? You know what I did? I timed it. It's weird. It does it every to the T every 10 minutes exactly.
That's
I wrote
weird.
it down. It did it at 9:45, 9:55, 10:05 on the dot, guys. Does anybody in IT know what that's all about?
Could it be your
every 10
antivirus?
minutes.
I don't know. Maybe not. That's weird.
And it's only for like 2 or 3 seconds. It just kind of does the little spinning and it thinks, and then I'm back. So it's something really, really minor, but it's annoying. So I know exactly when it's going to do it. So that's why I usually stop the cam and don't talk because if I start talking, it does it.
Mine does it like every couple of seconds.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. All right, boys.
Take it easy.
Later.
All
right, everybody. You staying around, Eric?
Let me see if Will B's going to come on. Maybe just for a short bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Eric L says, I'm moving. I'm not doing it right. You ever see? I was down in New Orleans, man, and I saw those guys, what do they call them? Mimes? Mimes, yeah, mimes. They're really good. They'd be like doing these. Like they just barely. I don't know how they.
Oh, real quick. Someone put, Hiroki says, the trade that you made with Cameron, you're going to wind up facing those same guys this coming up weekend.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool, Will. Yeah, he said he could hop on for a bit. Cool.
He's going to get Henry, and I'm going to get ETN. I'm going to get Watson, but Watson's got to buy. That's all right.
Yeah, the buys.
He's looking at his team. It might be bad timing. Might be good timing for me because his he's got Jefferson, who might be out. Daniel Jones, who might be out. So he might be losing 2 guys. I don't know. We'll see. But
yeah, Will said he's going to hop on for a little bit. Wait, someone else said something in here. Where was it? Oh, Will B says, Dan, if I make this deal with Lowe's, you definitely won't be beating him. Wow.
Well, that sounds like a good deal. You should be making it then.
Oh, you know who Bora's going against this week, right? Hiroku. The number 1 guy in the league right now.
Who's going against him?
Bora.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Watch him win now.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
With Will Martinez throwing a wide cast and the fish ain't biting. Doing my due diligence.
We'll see what that one will be. We'll see what that trade will be. Maybe Justin Fields involved. I can't believe Los would do that though. But shake it up.
The bombs are dropping again right now. It's been quiet for a while, but the bombs are falling. Yes, I did. I did win this week. Even with Dobbs not doing a damn thing. He didn't do a damn thing tonight, did he? What was that all about? MF wants to know if there's going to be any hot stove guests. That's going to be more in what, December time or so. Hey, what's up, Will?
Yo, that was quick. And Dan, you like that trade, man? That was mutually beneficial, my man.
Hold on a second here. Dang it. I
That
think
been
I
a good
missed.
one.
Hold on here.
Oh, Will Martinez sent Dan a blockbuster.
He did?
Hey, Will, you see bombs are dropping again. It's been quiet for the most part.
Yeah, I was watching some of that stuff during the day while I was working, and
There's a lot of buildings with some damage, though. Holy crap, man.
they were leveling up. What's funny is they're showing on like the border of Egypt.
Are they?
Yeah.
Interesting. Man, have you looked at the live UA map?
I'm on it right now.
Do you see that second one where it says 34 minutes ago? Where it says as Israel's military found the bodies of roughly 1,500 Hamas militants? Does that mean they're
I see that.
what does that mean? I don't get that one. That one seems a
No
little bit-
no loose strings.
That was a blockbuster. I just turned it down, Will. Yeah. Nice in one way, but the other two pieces doesn't help me. Hurts my team. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. You guys have a good rest of your night.
Alrighty.
Right on.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening. A lot of bombs dropping, man.
Oh, this is only the beginning.
Oh yeah, the mosque they blew out, man. Did you see that?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
one of the oldest churches in the world.
They're gonna. I think Israel's not gonna mess around at all.
No, this is from what I've been hearing. This is the worst catastrophe that happened to the Jewish population, if you will, since World War II. So this is nothing to.
Yeah, this
isn't small potato stuff. This is
no. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna get. MF. I'd be interested in that. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Ridley is on the chopping block from where he wants Ridley.
Really?
James Conner, Ramondre Stevenson as well. I will contemplate offers.
I'll give you one right now. Let me see. Well, let me go think about it before I shoot it off. I gotta do my research. All right. Hey guys, have a great one.
Alrighty.
Keep your phone handy, Will.
Gotcha.
Maybe sending something your way.
Sounds good. Right on, man.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
See ya.
Later.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, I really contemplated that trade that you sent earlier too.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That would have been great had it not been a bunch of
Right.
bye-week bullshit.
Exactly. That's three
Unfortunate.
guys. I mean, that literally could probably like cost the season, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's also kind of why I'm having a rough time thinking about getting rid of Zay Flowers or Terry McLaurin because I have bye week stuff going on too.
Yeah, the bye week. I'm telling you.
Might have
Hey,
another
Shardo,
trade for you.
we're not going to be on all that long. It's already midnight. We've already been going 2 hours and 20 minutes. I know I said I'll let you go on, but we've already kind of gone along for a while. We're just going to cover a little bit, but nothing a whole lot. The only thing I've really seen is just a lot more video coming out of the people who've been kidnapped. That's just, it's heartbreaking to see that.
Yeah, there was nothing really new going on. More of the same, more or less.
The biggest thing is what is going on with some of these people who are taking the Palestinian side in some of these protests after what happened. I mean, to me, the logic in that is a little bit weird, but whatever. It is what it is.
Well,
People have a right, that's one thing you could do in this country. If you want to air out your whatever you feel, you can do it. But
yeah, I think they had a pro-Palestinian thing out here.
Yeah, they had one in San Francisco. They had one, the big one in New York, I guess. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but
I find it interesting just how close they are on the border of shelling this.
oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Is that the one where it's? I see what you're talking about, where it's showing the IAF strike west of Rafah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those are pinpoint. Those are all airstrikes. IAF is Israeli Air Force, so they're not gonna. Wait, what is that down there?
Well, that's funny though. They found the bodies of 1,500 of these people.
What does that mean? Is that false? Is that a legit type of find? I mean, 1,500 bodies.
So were those the ones who infiltrated Israel the other day, and then just tie up loose ends there?
I mean, but how do you? That's a lot of people congregated in one little area. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just.
Eric L's about top 5 bombs. Right on.
Top 5 bombs. Oh wow.
Yeah. Well.
Goodness.
You've got the King Daddy, which is the nukes.
Yeah.
You could even give a detail which type.
I mean, goodness, we got bombs from probably from Vietnam still out there. The old dumb bombs. Everything's all smart bomb stuff now. I mean, you still got the gravity bombs, but yeah.
Yeah, we don't do the carpet bomb and stuff anymore.
Man, everything's got GPS or laser guided or whatever the hell it is. I want to hit the source. The source is Twitter. I want to see what this says. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, it says AP. Israel's military found the bodies of roughly 1,500 Hamas militants near Gaza Strip, IDF says, according to the AP. That's something. Weird.
So they found them near the strip. That doesn't mean they killed them or nothing.
But what is that? Who else? I mean, does that mean they found just militants or are they dead?
The bodies of roughly 1,500 militants.
Yeah, that's weird. If you look on the map, it's like a huge skeleton head. Do you see that?
Yeah, you would think that if they had actually had to clash with these soldiers or militants, as you describe them, they would make a big deal about it. But apparently, there's nothing in there saying that they've 1,500 soldiers. That's battalion, man.
That's huge. I just don't know what that means.
No.
Top 5 world wars. Top 5 world wars. Dan's dog Buster drops bombs. I think it's Faith. I think Faith is the one that drops the bombs. Oh, where are we going here? I'm looking. Are you still on that same live stream? I'm back on the Reuters.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I'm just on the Reuters one right now.
There was one I was on the other last night before I went to bed that was interesting.
Yeah, the one with the 4 screen. That one was pretty cool.
Okay, here's one. Oh, and it's even got a little news ticker at the top. Okay, this is pretty cool.
Oh, good deal. Who's it done by?
I'll put it in the private chat.
All right, cool. Here we go. What do we got in here?
Looks like a nice day out there, and wow, that building is demolished.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. Holy crap, what is this? Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, see that one in the upper left-hand corner? That's the one that I have it on with Reuters.
That's okay. I just hopped on.
Oh, they're showing Tel Aviv even.
Oh, you know what was interesting? I don't want to say war is cool, but it was kind of interesting. It was kind of cool. They were launching rockets before I went to bed. They were launching rockets across the border.
Oh, no kidding!
From Gaza. It looked like it was going into Gaza.
Oh, wow. I just know. Have they even started ground forces, or is everything still just bomb dropping?
Well, I was reading somewhere today where one of the generals was saying that they were waiting for the Americans. That the Americans should be the one. They were waiting for the Americans to come in. They should be on the ground. They said America should be on the ground, which is no fight your own freaking war, you moron. That's why I really don't care for Israel.
No, that doesn't
Fight
seem
your
right.
own
Usually,
shit.
Israel will take care of their own. They're not going to rely on. I hear that drone again.
There's our boy.
What's up?
The drone.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Is he on the? Let me see. He must be on the one that you showed me, right? I don't know because I got both of them going right now. I hear a plane.
It's gonna be followed by a nice little boom sound.
Yeah, we should hear some booms in a minute. You'll see the mushroom cloud first before anything else. They canceled all flights from the U.S. to Tel Aviv. That makes sense. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, that's you don't want to go there right
no
now.
reason, no reason to go in there. Yeah, no reason to go in there.
The Polish Air Force have a plane up there right now.
Say what?
Looking at the flight radar. PLF 044, Poland Air Force. Right above Netanya, Israel.
That's interesting. Wonder what that's all about.
Maybe a joint.
It might just be
mission.
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't read into it too much. Everybody trains with these people. I mean, even NYPD trains with the Israelis.
Right. Exactly.
I don't think I ever trained with any Israelis. I don't think I've ever even met one. No, yeah, I never have. Just the Germans, the Aussies, and Canadians.
It's interesting to see what's going on. Did you see Blinken? He had to delete his tweet that he put out.
No, I didn't see that. Was it some stupid?
Basically saying they need to have a ceasefire now. And he realized, maybe that's not the right thing to say since, they just got attacked. You think they're going to stand down?
There's too much going on to be a ceasefire, man. I mean, on both sides.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, apparently, Hamas did say they're looking at getting a ceasefire. Well, we've accomplished our mission. It doesn't make any sense. So does that have any relation to all those bodies they found?
All I know is they're. I think they're not understanding the circumstances of what they've done.
Well, it's weird because you think about it too. So you find 1,500 bodies of dead soldiers.
I don't even understand that.
Is that their way of trying to cover up the Iranian involvement? Even though it's obvious, but obviously you can't really name them. I mean, you can, but you can't, right? So
this is so weird. And the live UA hasn't been updating in a while. The last update was an hour ago.
No, they've been pretty slow. They've been slow all day. I think they're being careful when it gets released.
That's what makes me wonder. But usually it's people who are embedded down there, isn't it? The journalists and all.
Sometimes it's just random Twitter people. That's why you got to check those sources.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I just clicked one.
Israel does have an excellent military.
Very well trained.
Now, what exactly happened with this? Don't know.
I'm not a big fan of the weaponry, though. They're Galil.
Oh, the rifle.
Yeah. Thing's a piece of junk. I'd rather use an M16 from Vietnam. At least when it jams, you could throw it at somebody. Use it as a club.
Yeah. But yeah, that seems just to be the big news today. Just the protest, the ongoing, the talking heads going out there talking about what they think.
Yeah, there was a big march out there in New York City today. On both sides. It was pretty crazy.
Like I said, I don't understand, but whatever.
No ship radar.
If they had a 50-year plan, it'd be solved by now. I hear the plans, but I'm not seeing much.
Yeah, I think they kind of paused. But
it doesn't take long for a plane to fly over the top of Gaza. Gaza's not exactly, a massive landmass.
It's probably like flying over Lodi or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know.
It's just much more dense.
Yeah, that's the only thing is it's so dense.
Which makes it hard. They really can't avoid having civilian casualties because of the density of this thing.
To be honest with you, I don't think they care right now.
I really don't think they give a shit out of it.
I'm not condoning it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not,
Well,
civilians shouldn't be involved in that, but
both sides have been whacking civilians for eons. Just what they do. I heard a little boom.
yeah, I'm hearing thuds in the background. I just don't know if the cameras are on. Oh, wow. Yeah, that one. Hold on. Why isn't it showing that one? Yeah, the upper left. There it goes. It finally went over. There. Yeah, you finally zoomed in. I have this view, and it's already on there. It's from Reuters.
Well, actually, I'm looking at the flight radar right now, Kyle. Yeah, right around Gaza is like a no-fly zone. Everybody's flying over and around that crap.
Yeah, they're still hitting the north end of Gaza Strip, if you noticed.
They must really be trying.
Yeah,
to
they're hammering. Remember, that's the same area they were hammering yesterday.
Well, they did it again. They had another bomb out there. That's interesting. What is out there that's causing them to do? They got to have some kind of military importance to them.
It has to be. I don't know if it's prepping for the army to come in. I don't know. I don't know how you operate in such a dense area like that. Goodness.
Dude,
Yeah, there's more.
That
to
would
the
make
left.
me nervous. That would make me so nervous being a soldier going through that crap.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of casualties in this.
Oh, I agree with you, D-Shot. War makes people rich.
Yeah, it does.
Makes people very rich.
It does. There's no denying that.
Check out the military contractors that we we're paying a lot of money to over the last 20 plus years.
Yeah, and there's billions that are spent that have never even come to fruition, but the money is spent. Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, could you imagine working for KBR back in the day? You'd be making, probably having $500,000 in the bank right now. I mean, especially if you're driving one of those trucks.
Yeah.
Driving one of those trucks, you have a good chance of getting caught and your head cut off. So.
Yeah.
There's actually a really interesting video of a guy in a convoy where his truck is hit by an IED and he's stuck, and the trucks behind him are also stuck, and the National Guard just, they roll on off without these guys.
What?
Yeah. And when he goes, they just killed my friend. I need help over here. And he watched his friend get executed in the street.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. The guy survived, actually. That's why it's on YouTube. Yeah, it gets pretty intense, but
that's another thing. Now you reminded me. I guess they're saying Hamas is kind of acting or being just as brutal as ISIS, which is here. I'll put the link in there. Here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Copy. Actually, I could hold on. Let me share this.
You can probably share the screen.
I don't know if I could share the YouTube screen. I'm not sure. You think?
We're talking over it. I mean.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'll just let them look at it here.
Yeah.
One thing I can do is I can bring up the live map here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That one should be. That's a website, so that should be fine. That's a YouTube we're watching with the different camera angles, and then oops, what am I doing? I just have to share. There we go. Zoom in a little bit. The northern part up here is kind of where everything's happening with what's being on the live feed right now on YouTube.
Hey, you know what? Where that skull is it too far from that tunnel that they found?
Yeah, maybe they caught them trying to infiltrate.
And they dropped a big old bomb on top of their heads.
Well, it wasn't it further over here though, wasn't it?
No, it's right.
It was right here.
Right there,
yeah, it's right there.
I mean, it's probably what was
there could have been another tunnel there.
About half a mile or so, looks like. About maybe a mile.
Oh, there we go. It says incoming rocket siren sounding Gaza border after a 6-hour lull. See, when I brought this up as soon as we went live, and I was like, man, there ain't nothing going on right now.
Hey, Charlotte.
I'm hearing explosions, but they're probably just planning on what they were going to hit next.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a little weird, stalemate, if you will. I mean, I would have thought there'd have been a larger response by now, especially with us in the AAO. We're in the AAO,
Well,
right? We should be there by now.
Yeah, but I think they're taking time on what they, because did you hear how many reservists are calling up?
250,000 or something like
300.
that? 300,000.
300,000 reservists.
To go
I'm hearing
fight in that
one
little
of these.
densely packed city, good luck. You're going to have everybody
That's
your mama
why.
shooting.
I think that's
shooting
why they're
down on
calling
your
up
head.
so many. I think it's going to be just they're just going to go in and weed it out. Oh,
At that point, they'd have no choice but just to drop a bunch of bombs on this damn thing and just level it.
that's kind of what they're doing.
Yeah, I think slowly but surely.
Netanyahu says offensive versus Hamas to reverberate for generations. Huh.
Sardal went to Hawaii. Holy crap, man.
What's up?
Sardal went to Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Good deal.
Yeah, man. My cousin was stationed there, 25th Infantry Division.
See, here's another thing. Newsmax is reporting Americans likely held by Hamas after ISIS-level savagery. Here's the deal.
What do you expect?
They watch the news. How much money did Iran get for releasing hostages? $6 billion for releasing 5 hostages.
Right.
So they see, okay, looks like United States might wants to negotiate now. So don't get me wrong. I understand that this operation has nothing to do with just capturing specifically just Americans, but they know what's up.
You know what? I wonder if there's hold on, I'm gonna check that website real quick. I can't do it on my work computer because
Oh yeah. You don't want that.
I'm gonna see if they actually have some of that stuff. Yep, okay.
What's up?
Yeah, they got some execution stuff. Yeah, it's already,
Oh yeah, Hamas is putting they're airing executions. Yeah.
yeah, they're already doing it.
Supposedly they're beheading IDF guys. And I guess Hamas had announced that for every militant that's killed by the Israeli forces, they're going to execute a hostage or something like that.
I didn't take it very long for it to hit their little network there that they do, playing the old nasheed in the background as they lop someone's head off.
God.
So, it looks like they're hitting this downtown area here. Hey, are these little red crosses here? Are those like little hospitals set up on the map here? Or
No, you know what it is? It's like if someone was injured or something and had to go to a hospital.
That's what I thought. Yeah, casualties.
Oh, well,
So-
what's going on here? They must have cleaned it up because there was a lot more. Yeah, it says a serious injury from live bullets in the chest arrived at, whatever. I do know that. Let's see if did they get rid of that? Oh no! If you look up to the north, Israeli Army Home Front Command instructs Israeli civilians near the towns or in the towns near a Lebanese border to remain in their homes. So they're worried about the north.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because Hezbollah is probably going to want to get involved.
I think once
Actually, maybe
you know
not.
what?
Maybe they'll have second thoughts. I don't know.
Well, I was just thinking maybe once they start rolling into that to Gaza itself, maybe then they'll come from the north, Hezbollah.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure the Israeli army is gonna.
But dude, that 1,500 dead militants thing with no further explanation is just some really wild.
Weird. Yeah,
I mean,
it's really
it makes
weird.
no sense at all. To me, it just smells of trying to. I mean, either I don't know. To me, it almost seems like somebody's trying to cover something up. But maybe were those the guys who infiltrated, that first day there, and all the Israelis? Maybe they all had some kind of weird death pact. I mean, I don't know. It sounds wild, right? But I mean,
that's a lot.
But you couldn't put it past these people, given how radical they are, to do something like that.
And I don't know if they're just gonna just lay down and off. Usually they give up their lives in the process of doing something pretty bad.
Almost like the old bonsai charger back in the day, It just doesn't make any sense. They found, so it doesn't say they killed, they found.
They found. What is what?
Were they just like, did they put Do they put?
So what did they complete their
military
mission and then completed Harry Carey afterwards or something?
Yeah, like okay, it's over, guys. This is the big one. We're gonna go to write the comment. That makes no damn sense. What did they kill a bunch of civilians and put uniforms on them or something?
Supposedly, I guess they were stealing uniforms off of Israeli soldiers and posing as IDF. I agree,
Nice.
Heroku. They're not the time. They usually when they're quote unquote committing suicide, usually it's an act of blowing someone up or
Right.
doing something. Yeah, that's very odd.
Like
That's
that,
what I'm saying. I don't know if I put any stock in that report. I need to hear more about that. I mean, AP is reporting it, but that's not to say that they're not getting bad info.
Nobody's even replied to this thing.
And this is where we're getting it from right here. This little area where it shows that skull. You can see when I hover over it, it says Israel's military found the bodies of roughly 1,500 Hamas militants near the Gaza Strip. Unless maybe they were massing. Who were they massing there? And then the Air Force
they just got smoked.
It's possible.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's gonna have to be corroborated.
Have you seen any other information about those parachuting people? Was that legit or was that something not legit? I don't know.
No, that was legit, but nobody's talking about it. I don't think
that's what I don't understand.
If you talk about it, you have to acknowledge the elephant in the room, because what militant in Hamas or in Gaza is going to be trained to do something, you have to acknowledge that it was probably the Iranians, which I don't think anybody wants to do at this point. Just for the political nature of what that entails. It's better the Israelis say it than us at this point, I think.
The video here, I'll show you what you're talking. D-Shot, you weren't in here. Here, let me go find it. It's on Twitter. I don't know. That's what I started thinking. Is like I haven't seen anything about that. Wait, I think it's in here. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, 1,500 killed. That was reported 42 minutes ago, Kyle. 42 minutes ago. So
where is it?
I'm gonna check to see if we find any corroboration on that. I don't know if I effed up that pronunciation or not. Probably did.
Where are we at?
1,500 Hamas soldiers.
That wasn't it. Okay, it's gonna be in here then. Where are you at? Oh man. Not that one. Hold on. I don't think Nick in here.
I don't think so.
He was in here earlier. Oh yeah, right here. But I don't know where this is. See, it's not saying where this was at. I don't know, man. This could be something just have nothing to do with what was going on. I don't know.
Okay, so this one here is saying approximately 1,500 bodies of Hamas militants were found in Israel around the Gaza Strip versus the one location. It's still interesting, though, because we didn't really hear anything of any real big fighting back or anything.
Here's what I'm talking about, and I don't know the authenticity of this, but it's very odd. Let me do this.
Truck, you crushed my ass this week, man. Our team's starting to become a bunch of bums.
All right, can you?
Here we go.
دلوقتي يا جدعان دول الصاعقه المصريه.
See, I don't. If anyone can translate.
هو بينزل عندنا في نادي النصر مصر الجديده. والله زي ما انتم شايفين كده. الناس اهي قدامنا اهي. اهو ده انا صورت.
I don't know.
دلوقتي يا جدعان.
Yeah, that wasn't an air show.
I don't know what that is. I don't know where it's at. I don't know any context of that. I know Nick sent yesterday, but again, it's not. They're not really explaining. And like I said, I can't speak Arabic or Farsi or anything, so I have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. But what are you talking about now?
Okay.
What's up?
Video of parachute jumpers in Egypt mischaracterized as Hamas.
There it is. So a bunch of misinformation there, then, as you would say. So there you go.
And then someone's trying to say they use paragliders. So they were.
I heard that. I heard about paragliders when it first kicked off. Supposedly they were, I know they were using drones. That's for sure.
So we can rule that one out. So we can't say for sure Iran was involved anymore.
Yeah, we could. I'm sure they got their hands in it, but yeah, 100%. That wasn't. Yeah, I'm gonna say there's no way you could parachute into Israel. That seemed a little bit.
Yeah, if that was true, then for sure Iran was involved in that.
Yeah,
100%.
So
the whole Arab League would back something like that.
Let's see what else. Let me update you the UA map here. Oh, whoa, holy crap! What's going on? There it is. Wow. Okay, here we go. 7 minutes here. Actually, Nimi put this up. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. If I try to zoom in, then it just messes everything up. You guys may or may not be able to see it, but it says 7 minutes ago, Israeli government approves the defense minister request to recruit 360,000 soldiers from the reserve forces. Up until now, 300,000 were recruited. So now they're going up to 360. See, they haven't even started the ground war yet.
Here's some massing. All right.
8 minutes ago, 5 civil defense members were injured as the result of being targeted while they were trying to extinguish the burning fire in a cleaning supplies factory in an industrial zone east of Gaza City.
You see why they shoot you, Israel? Because you keep doing stuff like that.
Wow. So they're calling up a lot of people. They mean some business. Not like we didn't know that already, but wow. 360,000?
That's larger than our army.
Exactly, it is.
What is our
and
army
they're gonna
right now?
And of course they're gonna have quite a few. They'll probably have a few divisions up north, but probably about 300,000 of them are probably gonna hit Gaza.
452,000 is where we are for active duty personnel. I don't buy that.
For me, yeah, for active duty, that sounds about right. And because
Really?
the guard has a shit ton. The guard may have even close to that.
God, imagine wanting to be in the National Guard. We call them nasty girls. That's what we call them.
Weekend warriors.
The nasty girls, man.
Yeah, that's wild. The territory of Israel is as big as the San King Valley. Yeah, pretty much.
Is it really? Jesus. Jesus. I wondered every
what is this? Wait, so were they killing people? Yeah, oh yeah, they were killing people. I'm talking about the guys coming in on parachutes. That was
that was bunked.
That was something else. Yeah, we debunked that one. Yeah. I would say that your brother doesn't have good situational awareness, Kyle.
I have a second cousin who retired as a Navy SEAL. He's been 23 years. Was the Chief Warrant Officer 3 when he got out.
Wow.
And he served. He did every freaking war or conflict since Panama all the way up to Afghanistan. Before he retired.
He's had a lot of action, if you will.
Yeah, he's got some PTSD stuff too going on.
Yeah, of course.
But he's a good dude. He used to race motorcycles out there at the Sonoma Raceway.
Oh, no kidding. Nice. So it seems like right now, they're softening up everything with the airstrikes, artillery strikes. I don't think the ground forces have gone in, and then it's going to be.
It'll take them a while to get all those reservists up to speed, get them go through CIF and all that BS.
Well, yeah, I don't know because all of them have compensatory service, so it's like they all got they probably do training at least. I'm guessing maybe once a year. I don't know how often they would do it, but
Right.
it's just going to be they got to develop a plan. I'm guessing too.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
sure they
gotta-
already have it, but they just have to have they got to get everyone spun up on it.
Right, but they got, the first thing they do is they got to go to the armory, get the Raleigh rifle, and just like you would when you go out, you know how it works. You draw your equipment. Looks like a beautiful day minus the bombs.
Yep. Incredible.
Death toll climbs as combat continues. Oh, there's not really much combat going on what the ticker's talking
Yeah, right
about.
now. Oh, wait. I haven't even been reading that. Let's read this ticker mapped. Where is the conflict happening in Israel and Gaza? Hundreds of Israeli and Palestinians killed. It's the second day. It's going to get past hundreds.
Oh, but they surely are going to go through with what
Okay, that's cool. Is that 10:35 in the morning over there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Fierce gun battles rage in the streets as hundreds of Hamas militants killed. Death toll continues to rise.
Well, as far as I know, the Israelis aren't even in Gaza right now.
Yeah, I don't think they're maybe on the outskirts, and that's it.
Yeah, fighting from the
8 locations in Israel. See, there's still fighting going on in actual Israel. Flights to Tel Aviv canceled. As dozens killed.
Oh
Whoa,
man, that was a big one. Oh, that leveled up the building. That took out a whole building.
Yep, it sure did. Wow, right when I was reading it,
That thing just turned into a big old pile of dust. Wow. Ripperoni.
that's what they've been doing. I don't know where they're putting it, but they got some. I don't know where they're placing it, but it seems like every building they hit, it collapses it. Minister urges proportionate response from Israel. Come on. How can you have proportion? Come on. If that happened to you, you're not going to have proportionate freaking response.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about
Oh,
that.
this is. I think this is British. Or Minister of State Thomas. I'm guessing this is UK or something.
Man, that building just got schwacked.
Yeah, it was gone.
It turned a big old pile of dust, man. That's all. Nothing more. That's all that's left of that damn thing.
Oh, you can't open up in a new tab? Patrick Sheehan, what site is this? Hold on. I'll put it up. It's a YouTuber. They got live feed of what's going on in Gaza. I'll put it up here. If you open it up in a new tab, you should be fine, Kyle.
Oh, he's watching probably on his phone.
You know what I know? Do you have sound, or is your sound still with it?
I got sound still.
Let me refresh this. Sometimes my sound goes off on this, and I don't know why.
Oh, you know what? It might be the ads on that live UA map. I had to mute the ad because it was blocking my sound before.
Yeah, see, I'm not. Nope, I'm getting nothing on this.
Oh, okay.
It did that yesterday too. I'd refresh it and then.
Damn it! I wish Flight Radar could show us all the cool stuff, man. Have access to the real radar system to track everything.
Oh yeah, they ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I know. They have those radar systems up there in Camp Parks out in Dublin.
Oh, it's because you're on the phone. Gotcha. Yep. Okay.
You ever been to Camp Parks?
No.
It's pretty close to Travis, but kind of a dumpy little base.
I didn't even know there was anything out there.
Yeah, it's a Army Reserve base.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They got an intel unit out there and signal Bravo Company 319 signal battalions out there. That's about it.
13 Bravo, that's all infantry, right?
13 Bravo, 11 Bravo.
No, it's 11 Bravo.
13 Bravo is those are the cannon cockers.
Artillery.
Artillery, yeah. Here's some more booms.
I see smoke, and that's it. Damn it, man. All right, well, we might need a shot. It's already 12:40.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start the music real quick here.
Might be more happenings tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure we'll wake up to something new.
I'll keep an eye on things while I work. I have this stuff playing on the background when I'm doing my thing.
Noise in the background. Right. Well, guys, I appreciate you sticking around for the after hours, doing a little bit of just current events and stuff. Not really history this time. We'll have to get into that again. We'll have to get into that a little bit more. But this is kind of taking precedence because of what's going on. I mean, this is only the beginning. Who knows where this is going to go?
Oh yeah.
Have a good one, Matt. Thanks for hanging on. Thanks, Kyle. But yeah, it's gonna. I don't know where this is gonna go.
We shall find out.
Once the bullets start flying, man, there's no guarantee of what's gonna happen. You can't predict what's gonna happen.
One of these days, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. The carrier group, haven't heard if it's on station. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I haven't heard either.
The Mediterranean isn't that big, you know, and if
No.
I'm not mistaken, I think, like I said, I think it was in the Ionian Sea, if I'm not mistaken, which is just to the northwest of where they would be. So
yeah, they're out there by Greece or something.
Yep, exactly. All right, guys. Tomorrow, I don't know. Are we coming on tomorrow? I don't even know if we are. I know there's baseball tomorrow. I'm guessing. Not positive, but yeah, Bochy. Hey, maybe Texas takes it tomorrow if they win.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow. Yeah.
If they win tomorrow, Texas advances. Then they got to wait.
Rangers.
Then they got to wait to see the winner of Minnesota and Houston. So they'll have a little break. You know, would they have home field?
I think so.
I think they might.
That would be so cool to see Minnesota. It would be so cool to see Minnesota, play that off, beat Houston.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Correa's ankle, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
He sure looks good, doesn't he?
There's so many different kind of stories that could come out that just makes the Giants look bad.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
There's so many. Texas with Bochy, Minnesota with Correa, Arizona. Just it's a divisional opponent who you should be better than.
Right. Yeah.
Dodgers are not really. I mean, because Dodgers are always up there, anyways. It's not really nothing there, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, guys. Again, thanks for joining. Maybe we'll see you guys tomorrow, and until then, be safe out there, guys. Woo! See ya.
Adios.